Moin Leute, herzlich willkommen zu diesem Video. Hier ist euer Spiel 6 mit Spionfurcht Team.
Hallo!
Wir werden heute auf Sachen reagieren, die mit dem Thema Cheating. Ja, Cheating. Und nee, keine Frau betrügen, sondern einfach wirklich in Spielen betrügen. Zuerst ist 20 Streamer, die betrügen, aber bevor wir das machen, ich habe mit Lia was ausgemacht und Lia will das jetzt sagen. Viel Spaß.
Also, er wird eine Stunde lang Brookhaven spielen. Und dazu gibt es eine Aufnahme. Und er mag Brookhaven nicht.
Wieso habe ich das mir ausgedacht? Zum Glück habe ich naja, wesentlich was Neues und nicht Adopt Me. Das wäre schlimm, Alter. Das wäre mal, da will mein Geduldsfaden, aber mein Geduldsfaden.
Hier schaffen wir
So.
da sind kleine Kiddos drin, die beleidigen.
Dann mach ich einfach mit. Mein Spaß. Wer macht das nicht in Roblox? Let's go, Leute. Und ja, ich hab's, also Lia muss, alle die es nicht wissen, Lia muss diese 4 Videos überleben. Das heißt, ein 9-Minuten-Video, ein 30-Minuten-Video, ein 30-Minuten-Video und nochmal ein 30-Minuten-Video. Das sind also in einer 1,5 Stunden, die Lia überleben muss. Und es wird geredet, es wird sehr viel gemacht und wir wünschen euch viel Spaß. Lasst ein Like, dann abonniert gerne und auf dem Kanal auch. Und damit sagen wir, let's go und los geht's.
Today we cover 20 streamers that got caught cheating.
Achtung, Epilepsiegefahr.
We'll start with Mr. Gold, who had some words for the people accusing him of hacking.
Was ist los?
Diese Qualität bei mir.
I'm good at the game. Is it the
Das ist bei mir aber auch.
first time you see someone good at the game? Have you
Du meinst, dass er pixelt so, oder was?
Ja.
Ja, das ist
ever seen
normal.
anyone playing like me? Like seriously?
Well, he could just be the better player, except the entire time he's completely unaware his hacking program is open.
Engine owning.
But come on.
Oh my god, man.
What exactly happens when a developer's a hacker? Well, a H1Z1 dev was streaming what seemed like a normal game until he attacked an enemy team and they had no idea what was hitting them. Get it? What's happening?
Why are you cheating? Really, dude?
It's at this moment he realizes he's been playing with invisibility the entire time.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. Yeah, you deserve that kill. Thank you.
But nothing will top CSGO streamer Miss Q Gemini, who was often accused of hacking. She wrote off every single claim in this clip, but would soon regret it.
You know what's really sad? That sometimes, you know, because I'm female in Counter-Strike, people are like, you're cheating!
Seems like a
Ja, sie cheatet aber auch, hat man ja
valid
gesehen.
point until, well, she showed the literal hacking menu on her stream.
Wait, what the Clara, hold on. Clara, give me 1 second. Let me just message this girl. Give me 1 second. Why the is this on my computer right now?
Guys, how did you not know we can see the health bars?
And even though XQC was laughing, that didn't stop him from also cheating. During a Twitch Rivals tournament on Fall Guys, he decided to stream snipe Dr. Lupo, and it wasn't long until other streamers realized. Wait, he is doing it! Wait, he did it! He got him out! Wait, yeah, as a result, XQC was actually suspended from Twitch for a week, and the icing on the cake, he was banned for 6 months from Twitch Rivals. And if you thought stream sniping was bad, just wait until you see what Forsaken did. During a CSGO tournament, this pro player was doing seriously well, almost a little too well. The company running the event decided to check his PC, and that's when he knew the jig was up. As they looked at his computer, he frantically tried to delete the evidence, and they had to literally hold him back. On the computer, you could find a single word.exe file, and you could try and pretend it's Microsoft Word, but come on, it is literally hacked. Sadly, the single thing
Ja, Word.exe.
got the whole team disqualified. But one of the craziest tournament cheats of all time was actually caused by Riot Games. During the League of Legends World Championship, Azubu Frost noticed that they could see the audience screen from where they were sitting. They used it to stream snipe the other team and knew exactly where they were for the whole match. Directly after, TSM accused Frost of cheating and Riot Games immediately investigated, finding them $30,000 and disqualifying them from Worlds. But one of the funniest reactions to being caught cheating was given to a Destiny
Das Spiel
streamer
kenne ich
named
nicht.
Semper.
Spiel kenne ich nicht.
When Chat pointed out that they could see the hacks on a screen, he did this.
Ja, das ist das Destiny-Zeichen.
Oh my god, no way.
After his acting didn't exactly fool anyone, Semper panicked and ended the stream, but it was too late. He was banned from the game, and since then, he has totally disappeared from Twitch. Dream had the complete opposite happen when he
Dream hat gecheatet.
was accused of cheating. A huge scandal happened in 2021 when an investigation claimed that Dream had been using mods to fake Minecraft speedruns. According to them, his loot drops were just way too lucky, and it involved a lot of math. Now, Dream originally denied it, but eventually came out and apologized for cheating and explained that it was a mix-up with the person who made the software for him. That can't be said for this next group of friends who made $16 million using
16 Millionen.
FIFA hacks. So how'd they earn so much money? Well, in 2013, Anthony Clark and a group of friends developed a program that could generate millions of FIFA coins. It basically tricked the game into thinking that hundreds of matches were being played at the exact same time, and they sold these on the black market to coin dealers in the UK and China. For 2 years, they earned tens of millions of dollars, spending it on mansions, expensive watches, and a lot more. The mastermind, Anthony Clark, bought a home for his family to live in and an SUV. These guys were on top of the world, except what they didn't know was that EA employees have been secretly working with the FBI. For the past year, they have been watching the group become millionaires and eventually were ready to strike. In 4 separate states, FBI agents began a raid on the hackers' homes. They seized the house and car Anthony bought for his family, along with a ridiculous amount of possessions. They also found over $4 million hiding across 13 bank accounts. All 4 hackers were charged with wire fraud, which is a federal crime, and while the rest of his friends pleaded guilty, Anthony Clark took it to trial. He claimed he was innocent, but was found guilty and expected to face 10 years in prison. While he was pretty optimistic about his chances of an appeal, sadly, Anthony passed away before that could happen, and all the charges were dropped. Now, not all hackers do it for the money. Some want views, and that's exactly what
Mario? Ein Mario Speedrun Cheater.
did in 2017. That's when a speedrun of Super Mario Bros. Was uploaded to the channel Bun, and it showed Tavo flying through the entire game in just 5 minutes. Now, it didn't exactly take long for people to become suspicious of this, because in the video, you could see Tavo drinking and eating pizza, which made no sense for a 5-minute speedrun. Eventually, it was exposed that he had edited another speedrunner's footage over his own, and he apologized and admitted to faking it. But to this day, the video still has 6 million views. And another YouTuber that got caught cheating was Cameron Jeffers, who was a cyclist who took part in an e-racing championship in 2019. Yeah, it's a video game that you play with a real-life bike. In the game, there's better bicycles you can unlock at higher levels, and Cameron decided that he didn't want to earn them. So he used hacks to unlock the fastest bike in the game and ended up winning the entire tournament with it. When he was discovered, the organization fined him, removed his gold medal, and Cameron was banned from the sport. And if you thought that cheating in e-cycling was impossible, just wait until you hear how Hosty cheated in an online card game. In a $1 million Hearthstone tournament, Hosty used a second monitor to look at the stream and see everyone else's card deck. He almost got away with it, but viewers spotted a screen in the reflection behind him, and it exposed Hosty's cheats to the entire world. But perhaps one of the most infamous hacking moments was when FaZe Jarvis decided
Fortnite. FaZe Jarvis Aimbot. Der ist bekannt. Der wurde nämlich von Epic Games gebannt, glaube ich, wenn ich mich jetzt nicht erinnere.
aimbot hacks on Fortnite for a video.
I don't miss a shot. I don't miss a shot, bro. Yo, we're cracked.
Even though the videos for entertainment purposes, Epic Games wanted to make an example of Jarvis and banned him permanently.
Yeah.
Jarvis's apology video became a famous meme, and eventually he accepted his ban and moved on from the game. And in the Warzone community,
Ja, Jarvis wurde so gut wie es geht
player
weggebannt.
Tommy has become well known for catching and exposing hackers. One in particular was Mingo Style. After Tommy accused him of cheating, Mingo Style turned on his webcam and then accidentally opened up his mob menu in front of everyone.
Just put up his cheats. He put his cheats up. Everyone clip it quick.
Bro, I'm messing around. Get a
There's
grip.
no way. Oh my god, Ben, he's just up. We got him. We got him.
Is a perfect example of being caught red-handed and was quickly banned from both Warzone and Twitch. Nice to see cheaters get caught, but this streamer Flex was actually banned
CSGO Tournament gibt's ja, ja.
CSGO tournament.
Yeah, and we're going to see them, you know, they need to start getting some What?
Now, cheating doesn't always mean hacking, and that's exactly the case for Marky, who experienced the strangest bug when playing
Das ist wieder
a Fortnite
Fortnite.
tournament.
No, ¿cómo estaba ahí, tío?
Kann nicht sterben!
Even though this wasn't his fault, security still asked him to leave. He refused to stop playing, but was disqualified from the tournament in the end. And sometimes, even the best players in the world might not be as good as
Hast gesehen, der beim God-Mode konnte nicht sterben, der eine Typ. In Fortnite. Er war auf dem Boden, konnte nicht sterben, weil er nicht niedergeschossen werden konnte.
Flexify was the second highest
Das ist halt richtig unter, wenn du so einen
ranked
triffst.
Vanguard player in the entire world, but his whole career came crashing down when he accidentally exposed that he was using hacks while streaming. Now, he claimed the cheats were only to unlock camos, but the community weren't exactly convinced, especially with his spot on the leaderboard. Mod menus have exposed cheaters countless times. But something even better is when they're tricked into using fake hacks. A programmer grew tired of cheaters and decided to have his own fun. He used his knowledge to make a fake hacking software and published it online, but anyone who downloaded it would get the exact opposite of what they were looking for. The software punished them with mild inconveniences like posting their location to chat or making them hear fake footsteps to scare them. This developer is way too powerful. Somebody needs to give this guy an award. Turns out he's not the only one celebrating the downfall of hackers. Two pro players named Ziff and Ronaldo were caught cheating during the Fortnite World Cup.
Da gab es nämlich den World Cup und der war, glaube ich, 2019, wenn ich mich jetzt nicht erinnern konnte, aber das weiß ich nämlich von einem Freund, der war nicht dabei.
People started to notice that they were killing their friends over and over again for a ridiculous amount of points. Despite the pair being banned for 2 weeks, they still qualified for the finals and earned over $100,000. But when the cheaters died during the tournament, the audience responded like this. Getting away with hacking is a hard thing to accomplish, and that's why Super Fast Jellyfish had no intentions of hiding his clearly fake blindfolded playthrough
Oh, so Mario
of
64.
Super Mario 64. He managed to do it effortlessly in just 42 minutes, leaving a lot of viewers suspicious, so they asked him to use a blanket instead, to which he replied,
no.
In the end, he was absolutely found cheating and has been pretty much kicked out of the speedrunning community. And those are 20 cheaters who got caught in the act. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been Tommy. Keep
Ja, das war's, Lia.
Erstes Video überstanden.
Wir fingen aber auch nur 9 Minuten.
Ja.
Das nächste.
Just like regular sports, the world of esports is full of cheaters. Just like regular sports, the world of esports is full of cheaters. And with the rise of online gaming tournaments and streaming platforms like Twitch, some gamers exploit.
Das ist aber wirklich so krass. Alles gefühlt, was mit Cheats oder so ein bisschen in der Richtung geht und mit irgendwelchen Spielen, die man richtig lang streamen will. Twitch ist da gefühlt der Mann. YouTube genauso, nur benutzt man da aber mehr die Reichweite für Videos als für Livestreaming, so ein bisschen in der Richtung.
To help them score a quick win, but it takes just one wrong click to completely expose them and bring their little gaming empires to their knees. So, let's take a look at.
Okay, da haben wir Mario 64, nochmal Mario 64. Fortnite. Keine Ahnung. Das ist eine Typ, der gehackte, eine Typ, der...
Hackers, liars, and dim-witted cheaters who got caught on camera trying to play the system. Miss Q Gemini. Now, cheating in video games isn't a crime.
Oh mein Gott, die gehen also, die gehen auch mal genauer auf die durch. Wir hatten jetzt gerade nur, dass man kurz nur sagen wollte, ja, wer gecheatet, wer nicht. Aber hier wird es doch mal glasklar nochmal erklärt. Leute, da, ihr haben eine Goldgrube.
But the way streamer Miss
Das ist die vorhin, die da gehackt hat. Die dann gesagt hat, dass sie wurde gekillt.
Her blatant cheating absolutely was. This young, ambitious gamer regularly streamed herself playing the ferociously competitive Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or CSGO for short.
Ja, CSGO. Spielen ein paar Kollegen von mir. Sehr krass. Die spielen Ranked die ganze Zeit. Ich spiele das nicht. Ich spiele nicht CSGO.
Which is an online multiplayer first-person shooter game. However, back in 2017, she started her stream with a huge rant about how she'd been unfairly accused of cheating.
You know what's really sad? That sometimes, you know, because I'm female in Counter-Strike, people are like, you're cheating!
Way to tell off those pesky trolls. But then, during the game's warm-up phase, she seemed to forget that the whole world could see her screen, and she brought up a cheat software menu.
Oh mein Gott. Ja, sie hat vergessen, dass man die Cheat-Software sieht.
After hitting the load coding button, all of her rivals' ranks and locations suddenly began appearing through the walls. For those of you who don't play CSGO, I can tell you now, this ain't normal. It's called a wall hack, which allows players to locate their opponents through solid objects.
Oh, jetzt kriegt ihr sogar Informationen, was jeder Hack ist.
Objects in the game's arena. Hacks like this are a sneaky way of gaining the upper hand in multiplayer shooter games, and Miss Q Gemini's viewers were quick to pick up on it. But, blissfully unaware she'd been caught, she continued to play and, even worse, lose. And it's at that point she finally realized what she'd done, as you can see from her facial expressions. After being caught red-handed, you'd think this would be the time to fess up, right? Well, take a listen to the cringy excuses that start falling out of her mouth.
You guys, do you guys ever get that weird glitch in CS:GO where it shows your rank, it shows everyone's rank? Clara, give me 1 second. Clara, let me just message this girl. Give me 1 second. She promised me she didn't use it on my PC. I'm f***ing done. This is what happens when you let people use your PC. Can't trust them. Alright, that's nice to know.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't Clara that we watched load the cheat code at the beginning of this game. After that, Miss Q Gemini guiltily abandoned the match, and her CSGO account was eventually slapped with an anti-cheat ban.
Ja, an alle, die nicht wissen, was ein VAC-Ban ist. Ja. Lia, vielleicht weißt du das ja.
No.
VAC übersetzt heißt Vault Anti-Cheat. Und wenn du du kannst nämlich einen VAC-Bann bekommen. Und das nennt sich dann Vault, also die Steam besitzen. Vault Anti-Cheat Ban. Deswegen auch hier unten with an Anti-Cheat Ban.
But following massive backlash from the streaming community, her Twitch account also disappeared soon after, along with any chance she ever had of making it as a pro gamer. Maybe she should have tried playing a game where you don't need to cheat to win. Like this video's sponsor,
Raid Shadow Legends.
This free-to-play RPG.
Ja gut, das kann ich überspringen. Das ist Werbung, Leute. Könnt ihr vielleicht holen. Jetzt sind wir bei CSGO.
It's safe to say no player has ever been more humiliated than Nikhil Forsaken Kumawat. During the Extremesland Zowie Asia Tournament in 2018.
Oh, das war in Asien 2018. Ja, also, ich kann aber kurz mal sagen. In Asien sind so Tournaments, also so richtige Events, richtig krass. Gibt's Fortnite, gibt's CSGO. Jetzt Minecraft, es gibt sogar, das ist neu. Und ich glaube, mir steht davon noch nichts. Roblox ist in Asien gelandet. Als Tournament. In manchen Spielen. Es gibt von manchen Spielen in Roblox ein Event. Also so eine Art Wettbewerb. Damit du das jetzt auch mal weißt.
Forsaken was competing as part of the pro esports team Optic India. They'd entered into the top-tier CSGO tournament, which had a
ja, gut. Digga, das ist Kill-Aura.
hefty prize pool of $100,000. But as Forsaken was playing, someone reported him for suspicious activity, and an administrator was called in. At first, Forsaken boldly refused the admin access to his terminal, but after they asserted their position, they probed into his setup and discovered a suspicious program running in the background.
Word.exe.
When it was pointed out, Forsaken unbelievably batted their hands away and tried to delete it in front of their eyes. Stunned, the administrators disqualified Forsaken on the spot, and the entire Optic India team was booted from the event. When they finally got a good look at Forsaken's terminal, they discovered the illegal aimbots he'd been desperately trying to delete. These are hacks that provide easier target acquisition for players and are expressly prohibited by CSGO. But what made it worse was that they'd been accessed multiple times, meaning he'd cheated in many different matches in order to get his hands on that prize money. Appalled by his actions, Forsaken was handed a full 5-year ban from the Esports Integrity Coalition. The pro player was also booted from his team, but in the overwhelmingly embarrassing aftermath, Optic India was dissolved altogether. Now, even if your aim is as bad as Forsaken's, you don't need an aimbot to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. Go ahead.
Ich benutze kein Aimbot. Ich benutze überhaupt keine Cheats. Ich spiele, na klar, Sind Cheats etwas, was du... Nein. Bevor ich überhaupt was Positives zu Cheats sag einfach nur, Cheats sind scheiße.
Nope.
Prove that you're better than that cheater ever will be. Now, where were we? Tavo Betancourt. Have you ever heard of speedrunning before? It's where players record themselves racing to complete levels or entire games as
Ja.
Das Meme ist bekannt übrigens.
fast as humanly
Oben
possible.
rechts.
And some of these times are so
Speedrunning.com.
fast, they're only separated by the split second of a button push.
Ja.
It's not the most well-known style of gameplay, but because the community is made
Wenn du dich damit
of passionate
auskennst.
nerds like me, speedrunning is a serious business. And that's why YouTuber Tavo Betancourt came under heavy fire when Mexican channel Badabun uploaded his insanely fast Super Mario Bros. Speedrun back in 2017. He effortlessly sailed through the entire game, completing it in a respectable 5 minutes and 12 seconds. While this run earned him plenty of online views, the speedrunning community spotted some serious problems. For a start,
Dass hier immer so kleine Fenster reingezoomt werden. Das ist so geil. Das ist immer so, dass er dann so, oh Gott, wie viele Abonnenten hat der? 1,8. Ja, mit seinem Content.
even though the attempt was just 5 minutes long, Tavo took the time to guzzle down Coke and pizza as he was playing. Surely,
Das ist aber auch gefühlt, dass er das krankste Gamer-Essen, gell? Pizza und Cola. Und, oh mein Gott. Also ich würde empfehlen, Pizza und Eistee. Coca-Cola ist so ein bisschen Energie geladen. Man will ja auch ein bisschen chillen beim Spielen und nicht noch mehr auf Power
if
gehen.
you were taking this seriously, you could have waited 5 minutes to have his dinner, right? Secondly, the game's counters suspiciously didn't match what was happening in the footage. Like here, where Tavo collects 11 coins, but the counter curiously increases by 12. It was clear that Tavo had stolen someone's speedrun footage and mashed it with a different counter so that it wasn't too obvious he'd stolen it. But this minor mistake didn't escape the attention of real speedrunners. They tracked down the original footage and revealed that it had been brazenly stolen from world record speedrunner Darbian. And when the community found out, Tavo was crucified online. He later admitted what he'd done and apologized, claiming it was just part of a social experiment. Lame excuses aside, it's pretty clear that this was just done for clout, seeing how, despite his apology, his run is still up on Badabun's channel. Although now, I reckon it'll take more than video splicing for Tavo to outrun his ruined reputation. Superfast Jellyfish.
Der Name ist cool. Super fast Jellyfish.
The impossibly precise
Oh, das ist auch so.
button presses and muscle memory
Oh, ist bekannt.
required for speedrunning
Ja, aber
are
ich kann's nicht.
insanely
Auch nicht.
difficult to master, which is why blindfolded speedrunning is even more mind-blowing. Just using audio cues and their memory, players complete games as quickly as possible without once looking at their screens, considering most people couldn't even get past it.
Hallo, was ist denn bei dir jetzt falsch? Junge, hast du gerade dein Mio gerubbelt oder was war gerade da falsch? Hast du an da jetzt? Hey, das hat voll in Ordnung getan.
Sorry.
Start menu blindfolded. This is some god-tier gaming.
Super Smash Bros. So was?
So when unknown gamer Superfast Jellyfish live streamed his blindfolded speedrun of Super Mario 64 in just 42 minutes, the speedrunning community was stunned, but not in a good way. For a start, there are only 3 certified blindfolded streamers who have submitted their times into this category, ranging from 24 minutes to 1 hour and 58 minutes. This would have put Superfast Jellyfish in 3rd, even though he claimed he'd only ever done 3 blindfolded speedruns before. But compared to his competitors, Superfast Jellyfish's gameplay was suspicious. He left audio alerts on, which are hugely distracting and can mess up a real blindfolded speedrunner's timing.
Let's go. Thank you for the follow. I fell off. I can tell I fell off.
This is your second blindfolded run, isn't it?
Technically this is my third.
Unfazed by this, he then talked continuously through sections that real blindfolded speedrunners know requires careful attention to all
Hab gerade aus den Pause gedrückt. Ich kann meistens immer, wenn ich irgendwie es interessant finde.
I don't save the game.
These were huge red flags for the speedrunning community, and they called out Superfast Jellyfish for cheating by using a blindfold he could see through. Clearly caught out, Superfast Jellyfish eventually came clean. Well, kinda.
What you may not know is that that speedrun was purposely fake. It was purposely fake.
Instead of a proper apology, he tried to save face by claiming he purposefully faked the speedrun. And yet, he only admitted this after he was exposed? Yeah, that's called cheating, but better luck next time. Joshua Ottenil Kriegshauser. Game developers often stream games they're working on as an awesome way of interacting with the game's community, but these developers usually have special abilities other players don't, which can look like cheats, as Joshua Ottenil Kriegshauser awkwardly discovered back in 2017. The technical director of the Battle Royale game H1Z1 decided
H1Z1 kenne ich gar nicht.
to stream the match he was playing with his friends.
Aber der Name ist geil. H1Z1
on Twitch. But when he blasted through a rival group of players, their reactions shocked him.
What's happening?
Why are you cheating, really, dude? You're cheating?
A dev cheating.
Wait, can you not see him?
You can't see me?
Yeah.
Oh, he is, I mean.
Oh my god, am I hidden?
Ooh, cheating like that definitely isn't a good look for a developer. Although it seems like he genuinely forgotten to turn off his special cloak of invisibility. Either that, or he just really wanted to show those 12-year-olds who was boss. Azubu Frost.
Haben wir das nicht gerade?
Keine
With over
Ahnung.
100 million monthly players, League of Legends is one of the largest
Das
online
ist
multiplayer
ein Spiel, was
games
wir in
in
der
the
Schule ab
world.
sofort
For those who
spielen
don't
werden.
know it, it involves
Da ist Roblox.
Stark.
Das
In meiner Schule
Minecraft, das ist bekannt, das ist der bekannteste Game-Titel immer noch. Junge, Fortnite ist hier. Oh Gott, wie alt ist das? 2 Jahre. Digga, Fortnite ist hier. Wie kann das sein? Valorant ist da, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Apex Legends ist hier unten. Und GTA 5 ist hier. Digga, Roblox ist besser als Apex Legends. Ich hätte eigentlich gesagt, dass Roblox schlechter als Apex Legends ist. Du auch? Aber Roblox hat es bis Platz 8 geschafft. Roblox hat es in die Top 10 geschafft. Das ist schon mal interessant, gell?
Ja.
Die Roblox in die Top 10 geschafft. Das ist ja Minecraft, Fortnite, Valorant und Call of Duty und so alles. Und GTA 5 und Counter-Strike kann ich mir vorstellen. League of Legends auch noch. Aber Roblox? Das hätte ich mir nie vorgestellt, aber ja.
online multiplayer
Das ist geil. Ich gehöre zur Minecraft, Fortnite und Roblox Community.
games in the world. For those who don't know it, it involves 2 teams.
Bei mir ist gerade jemand gestorben gerade im Hintergrund, deswegen hat man gerade auch irgendwie gerade den Notruf gehört. Wait a minute. Dass hier immer Leute sterben müssen bei mir in der Nähe. Mein Gott, letztens die Tante von 3. Grad ist letztens gestorben. Mann, Lia, was machst du denn? Du sollst doch nicht alle erschießen. Spaß. Oder Lia?
Werd ich jetzt?
Keine Ahnung, es ist ganz random.
Battling it out to occupy and defend their half of a map. And to do this,
Die meisten werden Frame, aber ich habe das Spiel noch nie gespielt.
Wir werden das in der Schule spielen.
Ich habe das Spiel noch nie gespielt, aber ich habe immer Werbung von dem Spiel gesehen. Das soll relativ gut sein. Nur wie gut, nur. Oh Gott, hat er nicht Werbung dafür gemacht? Nee, für Shadow Legends.
players have to strategically attack or hide from the other team. But professional esports team Azubu Frost found an inventive way around this back in 2012. during the Season 2 World Championships, Azubu Frost
Für was gab es eigentlich kein Championship geführt? Mal kurz, da hat doch er gecheatet, hier.
faced off against Team Solo Mid. From the get-go, the match was plagued by technical issues which caused multiple pauses. But during these pauses, members of Team Azubu Frost sneakily checked out the mini-map that was being broadcast on the huge stadium screen behind them. This allowed them to see exactly where the other team was heading and what they were planning. Team Captain Woong in particular looked back at the screen on a number of occasions before recklessly altering his gameplay. Azubu Frost won the round, but an investigation by League of Legends developer Riot
Games gehört das Spiel. Ja, das weiß ich. Riot Games kenne ich. Von den Entwicklern, von denen kommt es ja auch.
later determined that Woong clearly gained an unfair advantage by looking at the screens. He also shared the information with his team, which led them to certain victory. For this unsportsmanlike behavior, Azubu Frost was fined 20% of their tournament winnings, costing them a grand total of $30,000. Ooh, right in the wallet. Mr. Golds. Some streamers play
Hatten wir den nicht
games in
vorhin?
a way that can really divide an audience, like Mr. Golds,
Kann
for
gut möglich
example.
sein.
At his peak, his Twitch streams boasted a respectable average of 2,000 live viewers, where he routinely bragged about how good he was at Call of Duty Warzone. But during a stream from August 2020, one of his viewers noticed something strange on his screen. Can you see what they're...
Ja, das steht ja sogar hier. Weißt du, wo man das sieht? Hier steht Aimbot und ESP. An alle nicht, was ESP ist. ESP, damit, das ist wie, als würdest du Brawler benutzen. Du kannst halt alles sehen. Gegenstände, Gegner, Tiere, Bäume, Versteckmöglichkeiten, Häuser. Du kannst damit alles anzeigen lassen. ESP lässt dich alles anzeigen, kann dir alles anzeigen.
Cursor is pointing out.
Das weiß ich nämlich, weil ich mir so mal ein Video schon mal angeschaut habe, wie jemand ESP benutzt hat.
Have you ever seen anyone playing like me? It's like seriously.
Yup, while Mr. Golds was shamelessly bragging about how he's so good that he doesn't need to cheat, he had the cheating software Engine Owning running in the background. Engine Owning is an app that freely admits it sells cheat software for many games, including Call of Duty, like their Aim at Enemies hack, which Mr. Golds clearly had set to on in the background.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
After he was
We got him.
rightfully exposed, Mr. Golds' channel received temporary suspension as Twitch's guidelines banned.
Es ist, ganz ehrlich, Twitch.
Mr. Golds' channel received temporary.
Digga, Twitch, was habt ihr euch eigentlich bei diesem Logo gedacht, Alter? Oh mein Gott, wie geil. Einfach das Logo, anstatt dass es Augen sind, einfach Xe, zwei Xe, das ja, toter Channel halt, Dev Channel. Sorry, unless you got a time machine, that content is unavailable. Genau das sagt auch YouTube zu dir. Sieht aus, als hättest du keine Zeitmaschine. Dieser Content ist nicht mehr verfügbar.
Suspension as Twitch's guidelines ban the streaming of cheats in any online games. Although his channel is now back up.
Kurze Sache, aber ganz ehrlich, legt euch niemals mit Twitch an. Legt euch niemals mit Twitch an. Die sehen alles. Alles.
Wortwörtlich
This
alles?
cheater
Ja, wenn du cheatest, bann sofort.
hasn't recovered enough dignity to show his face on the platform since. FaZe Jarvis.
Ja, jetzt sind wir bei Jarvis.
Just about every fan
der
of the
war vorne
Battle Royale game Fortnite
Nice Logo, ey, yo, ey, Epic Games, was habt ihr denn da gemacht, ey? Das ist ein recht geiles Logo, ich kann mich jetzt nicht beschweren. Im Gegensatz zu dem blauen F, was man gerade hat, da hätte ich mir auch das hier vorstellen
knows the
können.
name FaZe Jarvis, but not necessarily in a good way. This British YouTuber and gamer rose to fame when he joined the mega popular esports group the FaZe Clan in 2019. He'd been uploading his Fortnite gameplay to YouTube since 2018, with many of his videos garnering millions of views each. His channel was made up almost exclusively of Fortnite gameplay, but then in 2019, he made an unfathomably dumb decision. He uploaded a video where he openly claimed to be using an aimbot.
Because I've got the hack open and stuff, it's making my Streamlabs like lag, so I can't do that. You won't be able to see on the recording that I've got the mod, but just so you guys know I do. This is what happens. Look, aimbot FOV, aimbot FOV. Like, I don't know what half this stuff means, but it's actually about to be lit. We're about to pop off. See you. Mate, how's it not hitting anyone?
What?
I got aimbot.
Look at this. Look at this.
While the hilariously controversial
Marco, das war zu der Kometenzeit, oder? Wo der
sweet YouTube money, Fortnite's
Kann gut
developers
möglich sein.
Epic Games.
Marco, Fortnite Developers Epic
didn't
Games.
see the funny side of it. They have a zero-tolerance policy to any kind of cheating, let alone bragging about it to millions of people online. Without missing a beat, Epic Games brought down the hammer and immediately banned Jarvis's account. But the ban wasn't just for a month or even 2, but for life. And this didn't mean he was only banned from the community. He was also prohibited from participating in all future Fortnite gaming events. What a staggering self-own! In true YouTube style, Jarvis released a tearful apology video admitting his infractions and accepting Epic Games' decision.
I'm truly like so sorry. Epic, I know I have to take accountability for my actions, and you know I'm gonna do my best to accept any punishment that like comes my way, whatever happens. I'm not trying to find like a quick road out, but like being banned forever is just like thinking about a lifetime ban is just I just didn't expect this would happen.
Even with all those tears, his account remains banned almost 2 years on. Well, it's pretty clear that when it comes to cheating, Epic Games definitely doesn't play around. Zacubus. In the UK, there's one gamer who's known for his depth.
Was nicht, wir alle nicht, also ich weiß, dass Leute das wissen, was UK ist, heißt aber United Kingdom, also wahrscheinlich sind wir wieder in Großbritannien. Britannien wäre ein bisschen komisch.
For skills as well as his dapper styles.
Der sieht recht geil aus.
David Zacubus Tracy is a tie-wearing, shirt-sporting Twitch streamer who's been gaming professionally for more than 17 years. But even with all that experience and style behind him, it didn't stop him from cheating at the...
Warum cheatet man eigentlich immer, wie cheatet man überhaupt?
Keine Ahnung, weil man dumm ist.
DreamHack Gaming Convention back in 2018. He was caught teaming in Fortnite, which is where a player talks to and works with rival players instead of taking them out in-game. Although just about every Fortnite player does it, streaming it from Europe's largest gaming convention wasn't Zacubus's brightest idea.
Oh!
You have been permanently banned due to cheating.
Well, if you're going to stream to thousands of people at a high-profile event, you should probably stick to the rules, no matter how suave you look. Johnny K. Now, just about anyone can cheat in Fortnite, but it takes seriously huge kahunas to cheat during the Fortnite World Cup.
Da gab es sogar davon den Skin und dieser gibt's zurzeit nie wieder. Den gibt's nie wieder. Den World Cup, glaube ich. Das weiß ich nicht. An Epic Games, wenn ihr das Video seht. Macht ihr wieder einen World Cup?
Considering the prize pool is around
So sah das aus.
$1 million, it's no wonder people are tempted to turn to illicit
Ja, diese Fans da sind so geil.
means of winning. But for professional player Jonathan Johnny K. Kosmala of Team Caliber, the overwhelming temptation to cheat got the better of him. In 2019, this player was exposed online after his Discord messages with a well-known cheat seller were made public. You can see Johnny K, named here as Big Boy, was trying to purchase an ESP cheat. This is a hack that allows a player to see
Jetzt.
the locations of all of their enemies, even if there are walls or...
Da steht's Player. Und das Geile ist sogar, du siehst, du kannst alle...
After downloading it, Johnny K started a call with the seller who walked him through the process of installing it. But unfortunately for Johnny K, the seller recorded their entire call.
What did it download to? Oh, you didn't even... This one?
Yeah, that one. That's the deal you're gonna need.
Initially, it all seemed to be running smoothly. He logged into his official account with the cheat software running and the game loaded without issue. But all of a sudden, his account was flagged by Fortnite's anti-cheat software and he was immediately booted from the game for cheating. And to really rub salt in the wound, the seller then released their entire call for the world to see. After being so thoroughly exposed, Team Caliber wasted no time booting the cheater out of their team and cut all ties with him. Well, as bad as it looks, I don't reckon Johnny K's fall from grace hurt too much. After all, his massive kahunas probably broke his fall. Marky Locuras. Even though Fortnite
Der Name ist geil. Marky Locuras.
is one of the biggest video games in the world, it still suffers from its...
Den Skin habe ich mir letztens gekauft.
Stark.
Den der gerade hat. Das ist der Oktoberfest. Heidi. So heißt die. Heidi.
its fair share of bugs. While exploiting these bugs is generally frowned upon, abusing them in professional matches or tournaments
Oh, ich würde so gerne das alte Fortnite spielen. Ich habe es noch nie gespielt, aber die meisten sagen, es ist so gut.
is obviously a dumb move, but not obvious enough for pro Fortnite player Marky Locuras. During the 2019 ESL Katowice Royal
Was ist das?
Fortnite tournament, which had a grand prize of $500,000,
$500,000.
the professional Team Heretic player was reduced to 0 hit points. But
der Typ, der nicht sterben konnte.
he wasn't eliminated, and quickly discovered he could keep playing. Now, he should have alerted an administrator to the error. Instead, he exploited the bug and waited to be revived by his teammates. But when his teammates asked him what had happened, he did this. So it's clear he knew he'd done something wrong, but he was trying to avoid being detected. Eventually, the admin spotted what he'd done and asked him to leave. But unbelievably, Marky refused.
But give me a reason. Yeah, I need a reason.
After stalling for as long as he could, he was finally convinced to leave his terminal and was disqualified from the tournament. But this incident sparked a huge debate online. Technically, it was a glitch, so it wasn't like Marky had purposefully engineered the cheat, but being a pro player, he really should have known better than to try and exploit it. Ultimately, he didn't face any kind of punishment aside from being disqualified. Even if you don't play Fortnite, do you think that judgment was fair? Let me know down in the comments.
Ich weiß nicht. Hab jetzt den Grund nicht richtig verstanden.
Es war eine Bug im Game und somit konnte er nicht sterben. Also denke ich.
Also nur die Bug oder was?
Anscheinend.
Ja, wegen Bug. Ja, okay, das ist Bug-Abusing.
PlayerUnknown's Battleground, or PUBG for short,
PUBG
is a battle royale style game that has a huge problem with hackers. Since it was released in 2017, most of the cheats used in this game revolve around improving a player's accuracy or speed. But there's one cheat that's so hilariously dumb, even famous streamer Michael Shroud Grzyszek simply couldn't resist getting involved with it. With more than 9 million followers on Twitch.
Warum machen sich die meisten, die so bekannt werden, keine Ahnung, und jetzt so viel Reichweite haben, warum macht man sich dann alles kaputt? Man will doch berühmter werden, man will doch größer werden und nicht alles verlieren.
Nicht so.
Professional streamer racks up tens of thousands of views per stream. And this meant there were
Das sehe ich zum ersten Mal.
plenty of witnesses when he joined in with the hijinks of this.
Aber das ist wirklich dumm.
I am the flying car.
hackers back in 2018.
Ein bisschen.
Was ist denn damit? Warum fliegt da ein Auto weg?
What the hell?
Just like in the real world, cars in PUBG aren't meant to fly like that. But Shroud couldn't resist the offer of a free ride.
Shit, can you take me to the zone real quick?
Yeah. I actually sell these cheats for a living.
Wait, don't.
Unfortunately, after this, Shroud hit a dead end. Like Fortnite, PUBG has a very strict no cheating policy that it enforces indiscriminately, and the ban hammer came down on Shroud.
Ja, guck, und schon wieder Twitch.
For a whole month. He later apologized and admitted he knew what he was doing, but that he just wanted to have a little fun. I mean, it's hard to blame him. After all, if someone offered you the chance to ride in a flying car, it'd be pretty hard to turn down, right? Chuck. The NBA 2K21 community is an extremely competitive group of players who take any hint of cheating very seriously, as professional player and YouTuber Chuck found out back in 2020. This was when rival...
Es war 2020 eigentlich gefühlt, also war eigentlich 2018 bis 2020 oder 21 eigentlich gefühlt die Cheater-Jahre eigentlich in den ganzen Spielen.
Player T-Jack critiqued his gameplay and called him out online.
Der übrigens gerade denkt, dass Minecraft davon übrigens nicht betroffen ist oder Roblox, doch. In Roblox kannst du Exploits benutzen und in Minecraft kannst du Clients benutzen. Hack-Clients. Und ja, wo ich das weiß, ein Freund von mir wurde weder in Minecraft noch in Roblox jeweils gebannt, weil er einmal in Roblox mit einem Exploit-Programm gespielt hat und einmal in Minecraft mit einem Hack-Client gespielt hat. Also Leute, cheatet nicht. Gibt richtige heftige Konsequenzen.
For using a modified controller.
What? I'm not defending him, but he doesn't. The Zen start in the center. It doesn't matter. You can do it without it, bro. Let's watch. Do it. Shoot a fade.
If you don't play NBA 2K21, like me, that explanation probably flew right over your head. So let me break it down. You may be thinking that a mod...
Was ist denn das für ein Controller vor allem?
Frag mich nicht.
Es sieht aus wie so ein richtiger, komischer, verbuggter und komisch sehr isolierter Xbox-Controller.
Ja.
Modified controller has levers.
Ah, das ist ein modifizierter Controller.
It's designed to make quicker and easier button hits, but they don't always look that obvious. Controllers like the Chross Zen, for example, can run software like aimbots, which makes scoring hoops in the game much easier. And this is something that T-Jack aggressively accused Chalk of doing.
Why does his bar not move in this game? His bar does not move. Hold on. It looks like let's look at this. Why does his bar not move?
You gotta aim.
But Chalk wasn't taking this lying down. He uploaded a video showing every single button press he made on his controller to prove he wasn't cheating.
Nothing changed. You guys have seen my controller the entire time. And I'm playing uncomfortable because I gotta have my hands so high. Nothing changes, bro. Literally nothing changes. I'm shooting with X and I'm still greening. What's the next one? Green. You see it, bro. Nothing's changing. You see it.
However, this gaming community was already in full witch hunt mode.
Was ist denn das für ein komisches Bild?
Despite Chalk's proof, more and more accusations began flooding Chalk's chats. Eventually, the pressure became too much for him to handle, and Chalk broke down live on one of his streams.
See it, man. You don't see that these dudes sit in group chat and on me every...
While there's no way to really tell whether or not Chalk was using a modified controller, the NBA 2K21 community still seems pretty divided. So what do you think? Did Chalk cheat, or is he just being dunked on for being really good?
Ich glaube, er cheated.
Cheated.
Ich glaube eher, dass er cheatet. Das Problem ist, bei Controllern kannst du so übertreiben und du kannst bei Spielen, wo eine Konsole drin ist, gibt es Mods, wo du zum Beispiel immer dieses Grüne triffst. Immer.
Good at this game? Let me know down in the comments. Hearthstone is an incredibly
Was ist das für ein Spiel?
popular digital strategy card game which has close to 24
Hearthstone! Hearthstone!
million active players around the world. And unlike a regular game of cards, you can't cheat by peeking over your opponent's shoulder. But back in 2015, during the Hearthstone Pinnacle 2 tournament, pro player Raphael Hostitsan Teil found a way around.
Okay, ganz ehrlich, aber die Gaming-Community Gaming-Community heißt übrigens nicht nur meine, sondern alle. Alle Creator, alle Influencer, alle, die das Spiel spielen und alle Spiele inklusive. Es ist gestört. Die Welt besteht nicht mehr aus Autos, Bäume und so. Nee, einfach gefühlt nur aus Spiele, PCs, Konsolen, alles. Es ist nur noch Spiele. Du kannst nur noch Spiele sehen. Nachher leben wir nicht mal mehr in der normalen, sondern in der Realität, in einer virtuellen Realität, ey. Aber in einer richtigen virtuellen Realität und nicht nur mit einer Brille. Das ist krass.
As part of the professional esports team Arkan, Hosty was one of just 6 players invited to compete in the tournament, which had a prize pool of $5,000.
Ja, okay, $5.000. Man muss auch überlegen, gell? Das eine war Fortnite mit 500.000. Das ist jetzt 5.000. Das ist ein kleiner als Fortnite.
His match with Team Nihilim's aging life coach Koi was live.
Aber 5.000 würde ich sogar, wenn es nicht so schwer ist, eher nehmen als 500.000.
Streamed for all the world to see. But partway through, viewers suddenly noticed something strange in Hosty's background.
Hier! Da ist ein Cheat-Programm! Hier! Alle, die es sehen. Da ist ein Cheat-Programm, das schwarze.
That's surprising to me too.
Embarrassingly, Hosty's setup was being reflected in the picture frame behind him, showing he was looking at 2 separate monitors, and one of them had the tournament live stream on it, meaning Hosty had a full view of Life Coach's hand. This is what's known as stream sniping, and it's the digital version of peeking at your opponent's cards. Allegations immediately flooded the internet, and in a matter of hours, Team Arkan dropped Hosty from their roster like a hot cheating potato. Hosty later admitted to having the stream up on the second monitor, but argued that because the stream was on a 10-minute delay, it didn't help him gain an advantage. Considering he lost to Life Coach, that kinda adds up. But if Hosty was trying to cheat, this was a hilariously terrible attempt. XQC.
Jo, denn der Name ist cool. XQC. Das ist ein geiler Name, oder?
Felix XQC Lengen.
Ja, sie geht ja.
Is one of Twitch's most popular streamers with a follower count of over 8 million. Streaming multiple times a week.
Oder Overwatch. Das ist Overwatch. Was sehen wir hier gerade? Also, wir sehen Among Us, wir sehen hier Zelda, Portal, Xbox, Super Smash Bros. Und Star Wars. Portal sieht am geilsten aus und Among Us. Among Us und Portal sehen am geilsten aus. Among Us, Portal wegen dem Männchen, was halb orange und einmal halb blau ist, weil es auch die Portale sein soll, wegen Portal. Und bei Among Us einfach die Crewmates und die das müssen halt, ich kann halt so Crewmates sagen, weil da keiner von denen halt aussieht wie ein Imposter, aber auf jeden Fall, ja.
Often for more than 24 hours, it's hardly surprising that weird and hilarious stuff is often captured on his camera. But back in December 2020,
Schon wieder 2020. Es ist immer noch 2020 alles passiert,
he
gell?
had some serious explaining to do when this slip-up happened.
Was hat denn alles für Spiele? Okay, er hat A Dead of Night, okay. Er hat Auto-Cheese, kenne ich nicht. Also A Dead of Night kenne ich nur von ein paar Sachen. Er hat Fuser. Fuser ist was ganz Bekanntes, aber gibt es nicht mehr zu kaufen. Aber ich kenne jemanden, der das für mich kaufen würde, aber muss ich schauen. GTA 5, Hand Simulator, Horror. Dann PUBG, Play Unknown Battlegrounds, Rocket League hat er, das sehe ich jetzt hier gerade nicht. Speedrunners sehe ich aber, was sehe ich sonst noch? Also Phasmophobia, altbekannter Klassiker. The Game of Life, Tower Unite, der Ultimate Chicken House, Ultimate Custom Night und Widget, okay, und Fall Guys hat er drin, Cyberpunk hat er drin, Candle of Sins hat er drin und Counter-Strike Global Office.
Live on stream.
What the f was that?
Did you see that? Well, if I enhance that 5th file from the left, can you
LOL.
See it now? That, my friends, is a big file labeled cheats. Admittedly, it's completely empty, but why would XQC have had it in the first place? And considering how much he panicked when that window opened, he didn't exactly seem innocent, but he had an explanation ready.
And your randomizer, there's something called cheats, and those cheats are like to make the game different. Like, if you're doing a certain run, you have to use a cheat folder.
So, he needed it to change the difficulty of his Pokemon games. As legitimate as he makes it sound, using any kind of cheats or hacks in games is against Twitch's community guidelines. Despite this smoking gun, Twitch didn't take any action, even though he'd been caught cheating less than a month before. This happened when, during GlitchCon's Twitch Rivals.
Alter, was habt ihr denn mit euren Logos? Twitch, was ist denn los? Alter, guckt euch das mal an, wie sieht denn das aus? GlitchCon. Alter, Twitch macht ja ihre Logos ja wirklich. Digga, ist bei euch Rainbow Party oder was war denn da bei euch los? Ey, Hilfe. Bruder, ich bin gerade sprachlos. Ich bin gerade wirklich sprachlos. Ich dachte schon, YouTube hat schon so, die Community von YouTube denken sich schon so richtig Logos aus, wie so schwarzes Logo, blaues Logo, grünes, episches Logo und dann kommt Twitch. Kommt sowas.
Ja.
Super. Vor allem das ist ja 3D-mäßig. Guck mal, das ist ja 3D-mäßig. Hier ist das Logo normalerweise. Das ist so langgezogen.
Ja.
Und hier ist es langgezogen und hier ist es langgezogen. Einfach geil. Ich weiß schon, warum Twitch so bekannt ist.
Taking part in this battle royale platform game, he singled them out by stream sniping and then sabotaged their attempts to win. But what's worse is that he didn't even make the effort to hide that he was watching his opponent's streams.
That is
with the stream snipe?
Who got fed? Who got fed?
With his opponent in his sights, you can see his eyes darting to and from his rival's stream as he plays, so he knows when and where to sabotage him.
This is a bad idea, bro.
Wie der immer nach links schaut, das ist ja aufgefallen. Guck mal genau auf seine Augen. Der guckt jetzt immer nach links. Hä? Ich könnte bei den Vollgas-Spiel nie nach links schauen, um dann so zack, 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 laufen, zack, zack, zack. Und dann, das geht nicht. Ich kann die ganze, das geht nicht. Das muss ein Cheater sein.
Unfortunately for XQC, stream sniping directly violates Twitch's code of conduct. They slapped him with a 6-month ban from future Twitch Rivals events, forced him to forfeit his GlitchCon winnings, and suspended him from the platform for 7 days. Maybe he should have stuck with Pokemon. Do you know?
Das war das Video durch.
Yay.
Wir sind übrigens gerade bei einer Stunde.
Ich will nicht mehr.
Oh, willst du nicht mehr? Oh, dann kann ich mehr Brockhelm sparen.
Ich werde trotzdem noch durchziehen, weil ich es sehen will.
If you've played any online multiplayer games lately, you'll know that cheaters are
der gleiche Anfang?
A big problem. Some cheaters install hacks to make the game easier for them, or just to ruin it for everyone else.
Du weißt gar nicht, wie viele Hacker wie viele Hacker Epic Games durch mich schon gebannt hat. Mindestens 10. Nee, ich glaube 12 waren das bei mir.
Okay.
Einer mit Fly, einer mit, 3 mit Fly, weil die geflogen sind. Das war nämlich ein Team, wir haben mit Dreier gespielt. Das war ein Dreier-Team. Dann einer mit Warlick. Weil der von ganz weit hinten durch eine Wand geschossen hat und es gar nicht konnte. Dann ein Sniper, dann 2 Sniper, die dann daraufhin geschossen haben und immer einen Headshot getroffen haben auf meine Teammates. Und 5 Leute mit No-Clip.
Okay.
Also fünf Leute, also 2 von denen hatten No-Clip und 3 Leute konnten sich teleportieren. Oder sich irgendwelche Waffen geben.
Okay.
Und das war richtig unfair. Und manche hatten sogar einen Boost, dass sie dich sogar mit der Full Schild und Full Leben One-Hit geschlagen haben.
Oh.
Entweder mit Waffe oder mit Spitzhacke.
Else. But others think they're so smart they live stream games with these cheats secretly on, pretending to be good just to gain an audience. Though all it takes is
Na, du weißt nicht, wie viel Aufmerksamkeit du durch Cheats bekommst, was aber dafür sorgt, dass du sofort gereportet wirst und sofort gebannt wirst. Ja.
one wrong button press to reveal what they're really up to. With that said, let's take a look at even more streamers and gamers who were caught.
Würde mich mal wundern, wenn ich mal komme, aber ich habe noch nie gecheatet. Ich habe wirklich noch nie einmal gecheatet, weil das Problem ist halt, das Einzige, wo ich mal so in der Art mal gecheatet habe, war in Roblox in Doors, um zu testen, wie krass Doors gegen Anti-Cheat ist. So, das Krasse, was aber aufgefallen ist, du wirst in der Lobby direkt schon gekickt.
Stark.
Also, ich habe nicht gecheatet, ich habe verschiedene Cheats ausgetestet, geguckt, ob man in diesen Fahrstuhl reingehen kann. Bei manchen hat es funktioniert, aber du steckst einfach im Loading Screen fest, durchgehend. Und das heißt, ich habe zwar auch gecheatet, ich gebe es zu, aber ich habe nicht so gecheatet wie diese Personen. Ich habe nur was ausgetestet, habe aber dann direkt diesen Cheat dann wieder rausgetan, hab ihn gelöscht und spiele seitdem wieder ganz normal Doors.
Ja.
Das heißt, wenn man es nur austestet und die Performance des Games austesten will, bei Roblox gibt es manche Bugs, gibt's das. Und manche kicken dich direkt wegen Exploit und manche kicken dich nicht. Und manche lassen dich rein, manche lassen dich nicht rein. So.
Cheating.
Das Logo ist so geil. Das Logo ist so geil. Hast du das Intro?
Icy Vixen and Bearded Banger. Call of Duty is one of the biggest and most competitive online multiplayer game franchises on the market. It's so popular that Alex Zedra, the voice actor of the game's Warcom operator Mara, has gained more than 475,000 followers on Twitch alone. Occasionally, she helps boost smaller Call of Duty streamers by hosting them on her channel. But one day, while
Das ist ja voll nett von ihr. Sie boostet Streamer, die Call of Duty spielen.
Ja. Aber irgendwas mit einem Tag war da ja
she was
gerade.
hosting a streamer called Icy Vixen to thousands of her followers, she noticed that this girl was playing, well, too well.
Got a vehicle here.
Can you get shots? He's on one right here.
An alle, die sich wundern, dass die Qualität kommt nicht von mir. Ich habe die Qualität ganz oben. Das ist automatisch bei mir eingestellt, dass ich Full HD nehme, aber das pixelt.
Did you see that? The millisecond she came over the hill, she hit a faraway target that she hadn't seen before.
Aimbot.
Yep.
With a perfect shot. That, my friends, is sus.
Sus.
Vixen appeared to be using a wall hack, or an aimbot, or maybe both. Wall
Oder
hacks, or
beides.
ESP hacks, allows players to locate enemies through solid objects, like walls
Oder alles drei.
and terrain, whereas aimbots provide better target acquisition, making
Ja, du triffst halt immer. Bam, der Schuss geht direkt zum Spieler. Direkt. Wie so eine Rakete, die eingestellt ist, dass er sich die ganze Zeit verfolgen soll.
it easier to hit other players. Both hacks are expressly banned in Call of Duty, but it seemed like Icy Vixen was 2 for 2 with that otherwise impossible shot. Rightfully annoyed, Alex did some digging and quickly discovered Icy Vixen was a model whose streaming partner, Bearded Banger, was also hacking the game. Now, most cheating streamers feebly calibrate their hacks so that their cheating doesn't look too obvious. But this guy was so brazen, he was trying to trick his audience into thinking he could track enemies with pinpoint precision like this. Ugh, pathetic. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. Wasting no time, Alex called out the pair on Twitter. Twitch immediately...
Alter, was ist, also ganz ehrlich, die Alex ist so geil. Ich müsste einem Freund sie mal empfehlen. Weißt du warum? Weil mein Freund genau dieses Spiel spielt. Und auch streamt auf Twitch. Und das ist sogar passend, so richtig passend. Warte. Ich muss kurz einen Screen von ihrem Namen machen. So, ich mache jetzt einen Screenshot. So, damit habe ich jetzt einen Screenshot gemacht und wir legen weiter. Wo waren hier?
Pathetic. And I'm not the only one.
Weil ich muss kurz den Screenshot auch kurz speichern, sonst habe ich den nachher nicht mehr. Weil ganz ehrlich, das ist geil, die zu haben.
Who thinks so? Wasting no time, Alex called out the pair on Twitter. Twitch immediately
Hey, Twitter und iPhone stand da
shut
gerade.
down both the cheaters' streams, banned them, and the embarrassing backlash saw
So würde ich auch reagieren.
both of them delete all their social media accounts. But the drama didn't end there. Real gamers began trawling back through Vixen's past streams and analyzing her play. Her aim was always perfect, even when she didn't have her hands anywhere near her setup. So it seemed she'd been using these hacks for years entirely undetected. Well, considering she won't be welcomed back into the gaming community anytime soon, I hope she's better at modeling than she is at Call of Duty. Young. Because most online multiplayer games and streaming sites have a zero-tolerance cheating policy, streamers...
Dieses Just Chatting hat aber auch wirklich die Oberhand, gell? Minecraft, Roblox, Just Chatting und Fortnite. Oder Call of Duty, Black Ops und so alles. Twitch ist einfach krass, gell?
Was
würdest du eigentlich machen, wenn du auf Twitch bist? Ich glaube eher in die Richtung Just Chatting, gell?
Ja.
Mit Leuten reden. Einfach nur interagieren.
Und währenddessen halt so spielen, weil ich habe ja nicht immer eine Clam.
Du kannst zwei Sachen auswählen. Du kannst Just Chatting, du kannst sagen, du willst Just Chatting machen, also Just Chatting und Minecraft zum Beispiel.
Ja.
Oder Roblox oder was auch immer.
Otherwise, they could reveal their cheating.
Was ich empfehlen würde, immer die Community-Richtlinien wie bei YouTube einhalten. Du, ist es bei Twitch ein bisschen anders.
Live on stream, as this next idiot demonstrated so well. Back in February 2021,
oh, wir sind 2021 jetzt.
Aspiring Call of Duty Black Ops pro player Young was streaming his game on Twitch, but he was playing a little too well, and his chat started accusing him of cheating. He denied this and claimed he could prove his innocence by opening his task manager to show he had no cheat software running in the background.
An alle, die übrigens einen Computer haben mit Windows und sich fragen übrigens, was mit diesem Programm hier passiert ist, Cortana ist gelöscht worden. Die AI, die man normalerweise hat, ist gelöscht worden. Die gibt's nicht mehr. Die wird es auch nie wieder geben. Ich finde es ein bisschen schade, weil die hätte man mit Windows 10 gehabt. Die ganze Zeit.
Okay.
But this backfired hard. When he opened it up and continued playing, he didn't realize his stream now showed
Das ist normal, dass es immer so leckt. Bei mir leckt es nämlich nicht in so einem Stream.
two different views, his game capture and the stream capture. The stream capture, which was what he was broadcasting, looked normal, but the game capture revealed some very sus red boxes with health bars appearing through.
Oh. Ah, Game Capture und Steam Capture. Ah, ja, okay.
The walls. Furious, his once fans and critics took no time clipping the
LOL.
video and sharing it far and wide over the internet. Disgraced and ashamed, Young quickly deleted his social media accounts and was eventually banned from Twitch.
Sehr blöd.
While I imagine getting exposed hurts, accidentally exposing yourself must be a whole new level of pain. Twisted Bear. Considering how competitive Call of Duty is, you'd either have to be real good or real dumb to claim you're the top Modern Warfare player in your Twitch bio. Amazingly, that's just what streamer Twisted Bear did back in 2020. And I'll tell you now, this guy was about as dumb as they come. A pretty talented gamer.
Okay. Wenn der schon sagt, dass er dumm ist, also ich will jetzt niemanden beleidigen, aber wenn der schon sagt, dass er dumm ist, dann, oder in irgendeiner Weise dumm ist, dann hat es ja wahrscheinlich auch einen guten Grund.
Ja.
Ich weiß schon warum. Das siehst du auch schon hier unten.
Ja.
Er hat Wallhack an. Oder ESP.
With good stats, he started up his stream as usual, destroying his opponents from all angles. But in a god-tier idiot maneuver, he forgot to hit the button that hid the hacks he was clearly using from his stream capture. For anyone who doesn't play Modern Warfare, I can tell you now, those yellow boxes and enemies' glowing exoskeletons that can be seen across the map,
das ist Wallhack.
Aren't normal. That's a textbook wall hack. The clip quickly started making the rounds on forum sites like Reddit, which encouraged a lot of people to report him. Because both Call of Duty and Twitch have a zero-tolerance policy towards cheating, both his accounts were banned, and he hasn't shown his face again on either platform since. Well, he may have thought of himself as a top player, but that was a noob mistake. Now, you don't need a wall hack to locate those like and subscribe buttons down below, and you probably don't need an aimbot to hit them. I say probably, but prove me wrong.
Es ist so süß. Es ist so cute.
Alright, who's next?
Yes! Die Anna da, die am Ausrasten ist.
Semper03.
Das war doch richtig, gell? Anna und Analyser.
311. When gamers get caught cheating, one of two
Wieso kommen wir eigentlich immer zu dem zurück?
things usually.
Das ist jetzt schon das
They
dritte
either
Mal.
issue an emotional apology, or they wordlessly disappear from the gaming community. However, there's a third.
Nein, das waren einfach nur Beispiel. Oh mein Gott.
So.
Guck mal, ob du es errätst. Welches Programm hat das gerade recorded hier oben?
Hacking.
Was?
Keine Ahnung.
Nvidia.
So.
Das ist Nvidia. Nvidia Capture Device nennt sich das. Also, nee, nicht Nvidia Capture Device. Nvidia Recording Device oder Clip Device. So in dem Sinne. Du kannst mit Nvidia auch live gehen oder aufnehmen. Aber das Schlimmste, was du dir einfallen lassen kannst, war OBS oder eher gesagt Streamlabs, sind von beiden Qualitäten her am besten. Als eher gesagt, ja, Nvidia. Ich habe an alle, die es wissen wollen, wenn ihr wissen wollt, wie ich mit Nvidia gespielt habe, guckt ganz unten an meinem Kanal unter Videos, das ganz unterste Video habe ich mit Nvidia gemacht. Ich habe den Resident Evil 7 Videos mit Nvidia gemacht. Also die ersten zwei. Die ersten zwei Videos habe ich mit Nvidia gemacht und danach habe ich OBS kennengelernt. Und dann habe ich Streamlabs kennengelernt. Und das ist krass. Ich mag's. Und jetzt mit Streamlabs aufzunehmen, man merkt, es macht mir Spaß. Ich kann streamen, ich kann aufnehmen. Was man auch bei OBS kann, aber bei OBS ist es noch mal ein bisschen komplizierter, weil da musst du noch mal alles machen. Aber wir sind ja jetzt bei Streeter, und deswegen gehen wir weiter.
Way of dealing with the fallout, as Semper0311 demonstrated back in 2020.
Mal wieder
This little-known
22.
Twitch streamer was
So, Overwatch.
playing Destiny 2 to
Ich kenne halt die meisten Symbole nicht, aber okay, das ist Destiny 2,
less
ja.
than 20 viewers when someone in his chat commented that his opponents were
Das aimbot on your screen, that is a light red square around them.
peering through the walls, highlighted in
Stimmt.
telltale red boxes. Idiotically, Semper read the comment out perplexed, and then realized all too late what he'd done.
I had no ammo.
Hold on, be quiet.
The screen has the red squares around them.
Oh my god.
Realizing he'd been caught streaming with hacks on, Semper acted confused, pretended not to know what the red squares were, and ended the stream. He quickly deleted the footage, but not before his followers had clipped the most damning parts and posted them online for the whole community to see. Even then, he kept on pretending that he had no idea what this very blatant wall hack was. In later streams, he even threatened his viewers with the ban hammer to stop them from bringing it up.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And I didn't, dude. So again, if you want to get banned, you can keep saying that, and I'll ban you too.
But then he quickly changed his tune.
But there was wall hacks on my computer yesterday on stream. Like, I'm not denying that. I just don't know how they got there.
What next? Is he gonna start blaming Clara for the hacks on his computer? If you don't get that joke, go and watch part 1 of this series. Despite his feigned ignorance, Semper
Ist das Genshin
was
Impact?
banned from the game. I guess becoming a
Das ist auch Destiny 2. Das war doch gerade die Karte von...
just wasn't part of his destiny. Solista. Minigame.
Aber kurz. An was erinnert sich diese Karte? An Genshin Impact. Das ist die Genshin Impact Karte. Das ist doch dieser Tempel da. Das sieht das ist 1:1, ja. Das sieht doch nicht aus wie Destiny. Digga, das sieht aus wie so ein Genshin Impact Shooter Game da. Ey, Junge, wie geil. Stell dir mal vor, das gibt's. Das wäre cool.
Start with this. I guess becoming a pro. Solista.
Aber bei Solista.
Many game companies have spent years.
Hier steht's nochmal. No, this server is VAC secured. Also, das unterstützt VAC, also den Vault Anti-Cheat. Und wenn du cheatest, bekommst du einen permanenten Bann. Und ich würde mich nicht so gerne mit Steam anlegen, weil die lassen dich, bannen dich nie wieder.
Years developing systems to detect and ban players that use hacks in game, but few are as good as Valorant's system. This team-based first-person shooter was only recently released in 2020, but it took no time for cheaters to build a series of hacks to help them win. However, the minute the game's Vanguard system detects someone using hacks, it shuts down the entire match and boots the cheater to help keep its leaderboards free from these tedious morons. But Vanguard isn't perfect, something that streamer and player Solista attempted to exploit back in April 2021. Ranked 65th out of millions of North American players, Solista was gradually making a name for himself in the Valorant community. But all of a sudden, this happened live on his stream.
What? Really, dude?
Yup, Vanguard shut the game down because it detected Solista was cheating. He may have seemed confused, but to me, that was the
Da
least...
steht da oben, steht nochmal. Ein Cheater wurde rausgefunden und du wurdest aus dem Spiel rausgeschmissen. Keine Wins oder Verlierungen sind verloren. Also es wurden keine Gewinner und keine Verlierer gegeben in diesem für jeden Spieler. Es wurden Cheater rausgefunden und das Match ist einfach weg. Einfach weg hier.
After running away from the problem like a baby, other gamers began analyzing snippets of Solista's gameplay. And in hindsight, it looked hella suspicious. His aim dubiously snapped onto his target's heads, and he appeared to shoot without hitting a single button. Solista later claimed he was using the spacebar just off camera to shoot, but the damage was done. Solista's name was removed from the ranks, his Twitch account went dark, and he hasn't shown his face online since. Paximo.
Das ist ein geiles Logo. Paximo.
Now, streamers who use hacks try not to make it obvious they're doing so while they're broadcasting. Otherwise, their audience might call them out and use the footage as evidence. Though Valorant...
Weil es auch weiß, was noch krass wäre, auch wenn ich Hacks benutzen würde bei meisten Games, würde ich trotzdem noch scheiße. Dann sterbe ich trotzdem. Ist komplett egal. Und vor allem, ich will keine Provokation mit Leuten haben, mit denen ich vielleicht später mal, oder wir, später mal eine Kooperation schließen wollen. Also mit Epic Games, mit Steam, mit Steam versuche ich es gerade abnormal. Oder mit anderen Kooperationen. Zum Beispiel Minecraft oder Roblox. Was würdest du eher machen, Minecraft oder Roblox? Ich glaube in die Richtung Roblox gehen, gell?
Roblox, weil das war unser erstes Game.
Ich glaube, wir beide könnten noch eine Kooperation machen. Du machst Roblox, ich mach Minecraft, es geht. Müsste gehen. Ja, geht auch. Ich auf meinem Hauptkanal, du mit dem Kanal.
Managed to dupe the vigilant Vanguard system, but he couldn't escape the eagle eyes of his followers back in June 2021.
Das ist übrigens ein heruntergeladenes Logo, gell? Er hat einfach nur ein Logo genommen, was man kaufen kann, und hat dann einen Namen hingeknallt.
Did you see that? Let's rewind and slow down. Somehow, Paximo knew someone was behind that wall, tracked them perfectly, and then hit them with the headshot the minute they stepped out. Like that wasn't sus enough on its own, he also fired a perfect shot through the smoke, even though he couldn't see the target. Rookie mistake. After several people reported him, karma quickly came knocking.
He's close right. Why did my game just freeze? Why did my... Oh.
Now, Paximo clearly thought he was too clever to have been caught, and tried to log back in using a different account, but Vanguard was having none of it.
Und raus.
Dude, what is going on?
Vor allem, das ist aber nur so ein schwarzer... Den Error-Code kenne ich sogar. Valorant 5. Also VRL 5 ist halt ein Error, ja. Ein Error, dass du halt gebannt wurdest.
Actually, I don't know what's going on.
Es gibt auch 4, 3, 2 und 1. Und das sind einfach normale Error-Fehler, dass du zum Beispiel Internet-Connection-Fails hast, dass irgendwas verbuggt ist, dass das Game nicht mehr richtig läuft, dass irgendwas passiert, dass Updates rausgekommen sind, irgendwas. Aber 5...
realizing this wasn't a glitch and that he really had been caught, he guiltily shut off his stream. You see, Vanguard bans the user's hardware ID, which makes it impossible for them to log back in unless they purchase a new PC to play on. He was quickly banned by Twitch as well, and hasn't shown his face online since. Well, I think the lesson here is, if you're stupid enough to cheat, be smart enough not to get caught.
Oder nein. Versuche dich nicht zu schnappen, sondern cheat einfach nicht schon an zu cheaten.
Ja.
Also von mir aus gesehen, wenn ihr cheaten wollt, deinstalliert den Cheat einfach wieder. Dann habt ihr auch einfach eure Ruhe, könnt ganz normal spielen und macht nicht anderen das Spiel kaputt.
Ja.
Riot. Valorant's Vanguard system.
Warum sind wir jetzt einfach noch bei Valorant gefühlt?
May be good, but it isn't perfect, as they disappointingly found out during their...
Die haben aber wirklich ein geiles Anti-Cheat. Logo. Ich mag's. Ach, das ist ein V. Ich dachte gerade, das geht nur um das da und das da. Nee, das ist ein V. Wahrscheinlich für Valorant Anti-Cheat.
Signature Series. The tournament had a grand prize.
Oh mein Gott, da heißt die Abkürzung auch VHC. Valorant Anti-Cheat.
Of $2,000, attracting the best of the best teams from around the world. However, during a quarterfinals match,
Das stimmt, da gibt's wirklich so Turniere.
Team Tokyo player
Wir sind schon wieder bei Wallhack.
Ryut stunned the audience with his skills, and not in a good way.
Ryut's gonna get pushed back a little bit.
So good
Piece
pick
by piece,
there.
they'll work this.
Rare, taking out Good Steve. We spoke about Good Steve's performance, and okay, traded back in kind for Raya as well.
Did you see that? Okay, this footage is from tournament mode, so Ryut shouldn't have been able to see the figures in red here. But his crosshairs instantly locked in on an enemy behind the wall, completely ignoring the visible enemy
Das ist Kill-Aura.
in front of him. And the proof is in the bullet holes. That's an aimbot hack if there ever was one.
Yeah.
The clip quickly went viral within the Valorant community, and Ryut's account was rightfully banned.
Aimbot, Kill-Aura. Kill-Aura ist zum Beispiel ein strengst verbotener Minecraft-Hack, weil damit hast du bei Bad Wars und anderen Spielen keine Chance, weil du dann permanent am Schlagen bist. Und da gibt es auch den Crit, gibt's noch eine Sache oben drauf, das ist nämlich Crit, der Crit-Kill-Aura, also dass man halt indem man das Ganze schlägt, immer einen Crit macht, und das hasse ich. Damit wurde ich nämlich schon mal gekillt. Da stand nur und hab mich immer gekrittet. Und ich dachte mir einfach so, what the hell, was?
Nick A30.
Nick
Being
A40.
caught cheating for a cash prize may be bad, but being caught cheating in a charity match is worse.
In a charity match.
During the 2020 Twitch
Rival Streamer Bowl. Oh, hier, guck mal, wer dabei war. Hier. Fortnite war das.
Bowl, popular streamer Nick A30 was paired with NFL player David Morgan as part of the Fortnite tournament. The victor would win part of the $500,000 prize pool for charities of their choice. To make it fair, the rules specified where on the Fortnite
wahrscheinlich ist das hier sogar unsere altbekannte Frenzy Fields Karte. Kann das sein? Weil das heißt ja Frenzy Farm. Und jetzt heißt es Frenzy Fields. Und das ist nämlich genau diese Anordnung. Hier ist die Scheune. Hier sind ganz viele Beete. Das ist Frenzy Fields. Hier, weil hier ist ein Silo. Hier ist doch ein Haus. Hier ist diese Farm nochmal. Und hier irgendwo in der Mitte ist die Umgebungsfarm. Oh mein Gott.
The players could land. If the players landed outside this zone, they'd get a warning. Repeated warnings would cost players points and eventually get them removed from the tournament. Pretty straightforward. Except Nick had a different strategy in mind.
Yeah. So I think what we want to do, because remember, we get a warning. We don't get points from it, then we just go back in. It's not a bad thing.
Sorry to say, Nick, but being caught chatting about trying to cheat on a charity
Wie hat das immer betont? Cheat.
stream
So richtig
is
entspannt.
definitely a bad thing. The pair ultimately ended up landing outside the allowed zone, annoying a lot of the other players taking part. Even though they technically cheated, they ended up placing 6th and won $30,000 for their charity. Okay, so it's not the worst cheat in history. If anything, it was cheating for a good cause. But Nick's actions really split the Fortnite community as he walked away without punishment. So, what do you think? Did Nick deserve to be reprimanded, or was cheating for charity an okay thing to do?
Was würdest du sagen?
Wenn es wirklich für das Wohl der Kinder war, dann nein, aber wenn es nicht so war, dann hätte er es verdient, erwischt zu werden.
Also generell nein. Also generell nein.
Irgendwo ja, irgendwo nein. Also mir
Du
ist
hast
das
gesagt, wenn er es für die Wohl der Kinder gemacht hat, dann nein. Und wenn er es nicht, dann hat er das verdient. Hä? Okay, also hat er
Nein, andersrum. Ich habe gesagt, dass wenn das für die Kinder war, dann ja. Wenn es nicht so war, dann nein.
Wir werden es in der Aufnahme hören.
Ja, und selbst dann, es tut mir leid, wenn ich mich versprochen habe.
Hast dich auf jeden Fall versprochen. Ich habe es nämlich sehr gut gehört.
Let me know down
Deswegen habe ich auch nochmal nachgefragt.
Captain Baldi. Some of the cheaters in these online games are so dumb they can be baited into revealing their hacks in the most obvious ways. Case in point is our next Twitch streamer caught cheating, Captain Baldi. A fan of claiming a high score in Call of Duty Warzone, this guy got a little too cocky and began hitting.
Wir hatten noch nicht einmal Minecraft, was mir gerade aufgehört, oder Roblox oder so.
Enemy players through the walls. His chat wasn't happy, and
Task Manager reported.
So they demanded to see his task manager to prove.
Das ist so geil, dass du im Task Manager den Task Manager sehen kannst. Ich finde das voll geil. Ich weiß gar nicht. Ja, klar. Der Task Manager ist ein eigenes Programm und mit diesem Programm kannst du den Task Manager schließen, obwohl du gerade im Task Manager den Task Manager schließt. What the fuck? Hilfe.
Was?
Na, du kannst. Der Task Manager wird im Task Manager angezeigt. Und du kannst mit dem Task Manager. Das Fenster hier kannst du den Task Manager zumachen, damit der Task Manager, der gerade das Fenster offen ist, zumachen.
Ach so.
Du kannst, also beziehungsweise auf Deutsch gesagt, du kannst mit dem Task Manager den Task Manager zumachen. Also du machst das Fenster mit dem Teil zu. Wenn du einfach da drauf drehst, Task beenden, dann geht das Fenster zu. Das weiße Fenster, was gerade offen ist.
Mhm.
Und so kannst du den Task Manager Task managen.
Prove he wasn't running any illicit programs in the background. He acted like nothing was wrong and happily hit Control-Alt-Delete to bring it up. But he forgot where all his windows were, and something else came up on his stream capture instead.
No, Control-Alt-Delete.
Control-Delete?
Wait, but do you have it on window? No, Control-Delete task.
Ah, Engine Owning. Warum hat er schon, wieso zeigt ein Nexer schon seinen Stream?
If you
Egal.
watched part 1 of this series, you might recognize that all too familiar engine owning pop-up.
Engine Owning
are a company that make cheap cheats for games like War.
Machen wir kurz. Nur zur Sicherheit werden wir uns jetzt mal anschauen, was Engine Owning ist. Es wurde schon so oft gesagt, Engine Owning. Gucken wir mal, was Engine Owning ist. Hier ist die Seite, glaube ich, von Engine Owning, wenn ich mich gerade nicht täusche. Ja, da ist, ja, das ist genau, ja, das ist genau die Seite. Was gibt's denn da alles? Ja, noch mehr Müll, ein bisschen Müll obendrauf. Digga, es ist einfach nur Battlefield. Modern Warfare, Battlefront, Black Ops, Call of Duty. Was ist das?
Ja, egal.
Wette kostengünstige Lösung, um Hardware und Verbote zu verhindern und zu umgehen. Das habe ich jetzt mal verlesen.
Jetzt auch weiter. Es ist halt nur, was
Du
für
bezahlst da Geld. Warum ist da nicht Star Wars? Hier ist nicht mal Star Wars. Hier ist Overwatch.
Ja, egal.
Was ist Splitgate? Hier ist auch Splitgate drin. Weiß nicht, warum. Weiß nicht. Ich bin verunsichert.
Warzone, including, as Captain Baldi just showed the world, the...
Jetzt denkt gar nicht daran, auf die Seite zu gehen und euch die Sachen zu kaufen. Das kostet wahrscheinlich was und ihr habt die Chance, dass ihr euch ein Virus so herunterladet, ist 99 von 100.
The old aim at enemies aimbot function. And would you look at that? He has it set to on. To his credit, he quickly realized...
Ich liebe diese Stimme, die das vorliest die ganze Zeit und so redet. Das ist voll entspannt. Als würdest du die ASMR anschauen, aber gleichzeitig irgendwie gerade so ein Video anschauen, aber halt nur auf die Stimme achtest die ganze Zeit, gell?
Mhm.
His mistake, but the viewers in his chat were even quicker.
Oh nein, Clip ist reingeladen worden. Da, clip.twitch.tv.
Uff, uff, uff.
Lol, cheating is really easy. Jo, wie der Chat abgeht.
They crucified Captain Baldi, and he was temporarily banned from Warzone as well.
Nein, aber Gott. Er wurde temporär gebannt. Permanent, es gibt einen permanenten, gibt es einen Unterschied zwischen permanent und temporär. Permanent ist immer, für immer. Keine Diskussion, immer, für immer. Du kannst nie wieder spielen. Temporär heißt, eine gewisse Zeit bist du gebannt. Das heißt, für einen Monat, für 2 Monate, für ein Jahr, für 2 Jahre, für eine Woche, für 3 Tage, für einen Tag, für ein paar Stunden. Das ist ein temporärer Bann. Abgekürzt Tempo-Bann. Oder Temp-Bann.
Well as Twitch soon after. Twitch eventually reinstated his account, but since then, all his streaming efforts have been inundated by people calling him a cheater. Well, they're not wrong. Annie Rog. You might be thinking that it's just PC or console games that people can cheat.
Ja, es gibt 2 Arten zum Spielen. Entweder, da könnt ihr mal in die Kommentare schreiben, seid ihr eher Team PC oder Team Konsole? Würde mich mal interessieren. Schreibt mal gerne Hashtag PC oder Hashtag Konsole in die. Darum, wenn ihr Konsole seid, schreibt auch welche Konsole.
Cheat on. But thanks to Rogstream, we know they can cheat on mobile games as well. Rogstream is run by Indian YouTuber Aparna, also known as Annie. She's attracted more than 360,000 subscribers on YouTube and 2.2 million on Facebook by playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or
Ja, oder jetzt hat er wahrscheinlich gleich aka PUBG.
PUBG Mobile.
Ja.
Now, for the most part, she plays
Das sieht aus wie Pokémon. Der Typ sieht aus, dieses Männchen sieht aus wie Pokémon.
it through the game's official emulator on her PC.
PUBG hat sich aber in den meisten Fällen hochgeholt, ey.
However, at the beginning of one of her matches back in
Hey, guck mal, ich spiele mal kurz PUBG und Fortnite.
2019, something odd flashed up on her stream.
Oh mein Gott, siehst du das auch gerade? Wie der Gott, sorry, mein Cheat ist gerade an. Guck mal unten rechts hier.
Ja.
Das ist so geil, wie die einfach so hochgenommen werden.
Now, I don't play PUBG, but I'm pretty sure that big yellow lines showing the enemy's location, name, and stats shouldn't show up for you. Annie didn't think so either, as you can tell by her look of pure panic. It was pretty clear she was using some sort of wall hack or ESP hack.
Das ist wahrscheinlich ein ESP-Hack, weißt du warum?
Warum?
Sie ist da oben. Da wo die Striche alle aufhören, also hier oben, genau da wo meine Maus gerade ist, hier, ist sie. Aber das heißt, sie hat entweder ein ESP-Hack oder ein Wallhack.
Tried to explain that she didn't know what it was, but the gaming community didn't believe a word she said. She later uploaded an apology video admitting she had been using hacks, begging her followers for forgiveness, and promising to do better. Looks like the only thing she played here was herself. Franco R6. The only thing better than seeing a cheater exposed live on stream is watching someone bait them into exposing themselves. And for our viewing pleasure, Mastermind GMZ managed this back in 2020. He was playing Rainbow Six Siege when he noticed one
Rainbow
player was a little too good at predicting other players' positions. GMZ accused him of cheating, but the brazen hacker invited GMZ to take a look at his stream to prove he wasn't. So, GMZ asked for his stream name and told him to put his Streamlabs on display. This way, he'd be able to see if he'd been hiding his hacks from his game capture. Sure enough, streamer Franco R6 revealed himself and did as GMZ asked.
Genauso sieht es aber auch bei mir aus. So in der Art sieht es bei mir aus. Aber krass, dass er Streamlabs nutzt, weil genauso sieht es bei mir auch aus. Hier Desktop-Audio, Mikrofon-Audio.
Ich benutze OBS.
Ja, OBS ist auch ein bisschen Ich stelle mich jetzt zwar gegen die Streamlabs-Community, aber OBS ist besser, ja. Das funktioniert bei mir nicht mehr, weil da wahrscheinlich bei mir sind Leute da, die von einem Monat abonniert haben. Das sind die Szenen, die noch bei mir... Nee. Warte mal kurz, wie sind die Dinger nochmal angeordnet? Ja, das sind die Quellen und das sind die Szenen, genau.
But the moron didn't realize that by doing so, his wall hacks were visible.
Oh! Das habe ich ja noch gar nicht gesehen. Oh, danke, dass er das gerade nochmal revealed. Das ist krass, gell? Ja, da er benutzt Wallhack.
Ja, stark.
To the whole world.
Aber kurz, sieht man das auch bei... Ja, hier, sieht man's.
Ah, ja.
Also mein Freund, mit dem ich immer Fortnite spiele, würde so ausrasten. Der spielt Ranked Rainbow Six Siege. Der würde so ausrasten, wenn der so eine Person sehen würde.
For those who've never played Rainbow Six, I can tell you now.
Aimbot?
Those green boxes indicating your opponent's
Warlock und Aimbot
aren't normal. Embarrassingly exposed, the team started laughing at him in their chat, and only then did Franco R6 realize what he'd done.
What? There you go, that's him. What? Pick me up,
Oh, that's the sound of someone who knows they've messed up. Since then, he's done what any exposed cheater with a shred of common sense would do and has rid Twitch of his presence. Nice job, GMZ, doing God's work there. Elm Zero. Casual gamers caught cheating is one thing, but professional gamers who cheat are a whole
Das sieht voll geil aus mit den Augen.
new
Ja. Aber
level of low. That's something Zenith Esports
sehr schlimm.
Zenith Esports? Ist Zenith auch ein Game?
Found out back in 2019 when they were recruiting for a new Apex Legends team member to test out some of their new talent.
Okay, jetzt mach weiter.
Asus Republic of Gamers.
Kannst du weitermachen, bitte?
They organized a
Digga.
skin match against another pro group.
Warum hatte man schon wir können übrigens auch eine Kooperation mit Asus machen. Republic of Gamers. Aber das wird kommen, das wird Comedy.
In the middle of the match, a different pro player called Rogue, who just happened to be watching a member of Zenith's team,
Das sieht so dumm aus mit dem
picked
Fernglas.
up some seriously suspicious behavior.
Exposed. You're separated from me.
Yeah, let's run that back. Did you see him shoot the wall there before tracking and
Aimbot?
and shooting the guy the second he appeared up top? There was literally no way for him to have known that guy was there, unless he was using a wall hack. The cheater in question was Elm Zero, a player Zenith were in the process of recruiting. More footage was then released showing Elm warming up with an unnaturally tight tracking pattern. It was obvious he was using some sort of third-party tracking hacks. Embarrassed beyond belief, Zenith immediately dropped Elm Zero from the trial pool. Well, at least Elm Zero made a name for himself, even if it wasn't the good kind. Lee SDA.
Ja, aus mit der Mario spielen sehr viel.
Speedrunning is a type of game.
Speedrunning.
Players complete games in the fastest time possible. A bit like racing events for mega nerds. It takes hundreds of hours of practice and super precise button pushes, with mere seconds separating official top positions. As nerdy as it sounds,
Das ist für ein Game.
speedrunning is serious business with an incredibly smart community. One that Lee SDA thought he could outwit back in 2014. He was streaming his speedrun of
Oh, Yoshi's Island.
Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island with experienced
Da steht auch hier Yoshi's Island, aber ich kenne das, weil ich das schon mal gesehen habe, das mit den ganzen Yoshis und dem Baby Mario.
Speedrunners like Trihex and Carl Sagan watching, and they were impressed.
One chance. YOLO. Oh my god, he got it. Holy.
But something was off. Lee shouldn't have been able to make jumps like this, which the community picked up on immediately. They believed Lee was recording tool-assisted or hacked runs and was then playing them back while pretending to play them live on stream. Lee idiotically tried to prove he wasn't cheating by streaming another run, but this time with the camera aimed at his hands so that his viewers could see that he was making all the corresponding button pushes. Big mistake. He couldn't keep up with the assisted run, and his viewers broke his playdown
Pikachu
down frame by frame to reveal Yoshi moved without Lee hitting the right buttons. With all the evidence piled up against him, Lee eventually apologized, had all his records removed from the official rankings, and hasn't streamed another game since. Game over. Getting what they deserve.
Bitte nicht so heißt der Kanal, also heißt das so heißt der auf Twitch.
If you play Call of Duty Warzone, it won't surprise you.
Oh Gott, wie episch sah das gerade aus.
If you play
Guck mal genau jetzt in den Himmel.
Call of Duty Warzone, it
die alle so runterstürzen wie in Fortnite, ey, ist ja 500.000 Cheater! Ja, wahrscheinlich. Also mehr als eine halbe Million.
You that more than 500,000 cheaters have been banned since its launch in 2020.
Nur 2020! Was ist denn falsch mit euch gelaufen?
Alles.
Alter, über eine halbe Million. An einem Jahr. Oh my God.
Almost every match, and most of them don't even bother to hide the fact they're cheating. However, back in 2020, prominent Twitch streamer Northern Lion, who has more than 450,000 followers, managed to make a spectacle out of one of them. He and his team had all been taken out by a single player who seemed impossible to beat. Suspicious, Northern Lion and a bunch of other players began spectating the guy's game stream, and what they saw was so shameless.
Das oben links gerade ist so geil. Du erstaunt. Das ist Lachen, dann lachen Meme.
That was like 18 headshots in 3 seconds. It seems legit.
What? 18 Headshots in 3 Sekunden. Warte mal kurz, ich will's nochmal hören von ihm. Warte, hör zu.
That was like 18 headshots.
18 Headshots, hier, in 3 Sekunden.
In 3 seconds.
Das kriege ich ja nicht mal in Fortnite hin. Ich kriege ja nicht mal 3 in 10 Sekunden hin. Oder nicht mal 2.
It seems legit, but it was about to get funnier because Karma.
Das hat sich irgendwie ein Aimbot mit, der nur auf den Kopf spezialisiert ist.
Right around the corner. As the gaming community knows, the only thing worse than cheating is cheating and still losing.
Wie das Maskottchen gerade so hingegangen ist und gedacht hat, ja, ich gehe wieder, tschüss.
Schadenfreude. Putting a cheater on blast is fun, but streamer Courage revealed that getting them banned live in-game is pure serotonin. The YouTuber with 3.4 million subscribers was playing Call of Duty Warzone with his team when he noticed someone was playing with.
Kommt man durch diese Spiele so viel Aufmerksamkeit?
Kann gut möglich sein.
Ich werde es aber trotzdem nicht spielen.
Hacks that had the power to shoot him through the door.
I'm out of plates again. Oh my god!
Not cool. After the hacker called Mini Ninja wiped out most of his team, they started spectating his gameplay and called him out. Mini Ninja then revealed he could hear them and twisted the knife by taunting them even further.
Was war denn das gerade für ein Moment? Helikopter, Helikopter.
Mini, can you hear me? Not up and down if you can hear me, bro. Bro, people just load into this game. Oh, what's it like? Oh, look, there he is. He's nodding up and down.
Courage was annoyed, but instead of rage quitting, he decided to get even. He figured out what Mini Ninja's unique player ID number was and realized the game mods could ban the guy live with the information. He reached out to them, kept his fingers crossed, and then, with just a few players left in the game, this happened.
Banned! Yes! Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! They actually did it! They're all getting banned! Oh my god! Whoa! We did it!
Justice was served hot that day.
Warum freut man sich denn, dass man gebannt wurde?
Wer zur Hölle
Now, we
will
may
sich da
never
freuen?
know who Mini Ninja really was, but that's still gotta be one of the most satisfying Warzone moments in history.
Minecraft.
Dream.
Minecraft.
Now, this is the big one, or at least it will be to the Minecraft community.
Ja, wir
This
sind jetzt sind wir bei Minecraft.
Sandbox Adventure is the best-selling video game in history.
Das stimmt. Das ist das krasseste Videogame.
Millions of avid fans, and some.
Und ich gehöre dazu. Lia auch. Also jetzt. Lia hat vorher nur zur Roblox-Community gehört. Ich gehöre zur Roblox-Community, zur Minecraft und zum Teil jetzt zur Fortnite-Community.
Take it one step further by speedrunning.
Minecraft
In the random seed category, players try to complete the game in the fastest time possible using completely randomly generated items. Needless to say, it relies on a tremendous amount of luck. At least,
Du brauchst halt wirklich Luck.
that's what Dream wanted.
Digga, was hat Dream denn für ein Logo? Das sieht voll geil aus.
This YouTuber rose to fame in 2020 thanks to his super fast Minecraft speedruns, which have gained him more than 26 million subscribers. In 2020, he submitted a random seed speedrun that would have seen him take 5th place on the official leaderboard, but the verification team surprisingly rejected it. Confused, Dream fought the decision, but then they issued a whopping 29-page-long document running the maths behind Dream's supposedly randomized run. In short, the run simply wasn't possible without some kind of cheat enabled. How impossible? Well, to get to the end of the game, players typically need 2 key items, Ender Pearls and Blaze Rods. The quickest way to get the first one is to barter with piglins, though there's only around a 5% chance they'll randomly drop an Ender Pearl. But in his run, Dream was shown successfully bartering for these 42 out of 262 times. That's 16%, and his luck didn't end there. Blaze rods are randomly dropped by defeated blazes around 50% of the time.
Das stimmt, entweder kriegst du die oder kriegst du nicht.
Dream got 211 rods from 305 defeated blazes.
Das ist ungewöhnlich.
Yep.
Normalerweise kriegst du weniger, als du gekillt hast.
That's 69%. Nice. Now, being lucky isn't proof of cheating, but statistically speaking, Dream...
Digga, was hat der mit seinem... Was hat er eigentlich mit dem, Alter? Hilfe.
Lucky isn't proof of cheating, but statistically speaking, Dream had a 1 in 177 billion chance.
Ich liebe das, dass manche so ein animiertes Maskottchen haben, die sie manchmal einfach reinschmeißen.
The trades he did, and a 1 in 113 billion chance of the rod drops. Being that impossibly lucky once is a little suspicious, but twice? No way. So the mods claimed Dream was running something malicious in the background that improved his odds, even though they couldn't prove it. At first, Dream denied this furiously. He made all his files public for people to look at, and he even hired an astrophysicist to go over the numbers. But after months of combing through his settings, he finally realized what had happened. He'd cheated. Accidentally. He'd installed a series of mods to help him stream, but a complication with a Minecraft update meant they'd impacted at least 6 of his speedruns. He then posted a lengthy quasi-apology on Pastebin where he stated he didn't have any intention of cheating. But intentional or not, the damage was done. Some of his most loyal fans defended his actions, whereas many others turned on him and accused him of doing it for clout. But to his credit, Dream claimed he didn't make a dime off the drama. The streamed Twitch run didn't have any donations turned on, it wasn't monetized, and wasn't even uploaded to his YouTube channel. Ultimately, he apologized.
Ja, YouTube hat's verweigert, ihn das hochladen zu lassen.
Running mod team for doing such a diligent job and moved on. Now, that's not a bad run.
Man denkt sich übrigens, dass YouTube und Twitch gar nichts miteinander zu tun haben. Stimmt aber nicht, die haben was miteinander zu tun. Die helfen sich so ein bisschen gegenseitig. Also, ich kann es kurz erklären, in der Zwischenzeit kann ich auch das Video wechseln. Wenn YouTube merkt, was bei Twitch passiert ist, das merkt man sofort. Dann wird dann Twitch wahrscheinlich YouTube dann sagen, oder ja, das werden sie dann merken, und dann wird er auf YouTube auch gebannt. Sowas kann passieren. Jetzt kommen wir zum dritten Teil und der geht auch eine halbe Stunde. Ich weiß gar nicht, wie lange wir schon, rat mal, wie lange wir aufnehmen schon. Ich gucke jetzt mal. Das wird ein langes Video.
There are losers, there are idiots, and then there are people who use cheats in video
Ja, bist du noch da, oder?
Ja, ich bin noch da.
games. And you know who's
Gibt es noch einen vierten Teil? Ich weiß es nicht. Ja, es gibt noch einen vierten. Es gibt noch einen vierten Teil. Ach.
even worse than them? The cheaters who stream their games, pretending
Ich habe
they're
gesagt, wir müssen ja alle Parts schauen. Das wird das.
good.
Ich sag dir so, wie es ist. Nachher wird das Video so einen ganzen Tag dauern, bis es
their
fertig ist.
audience into watching and supporting them. But
Aber er hat eine andere Stimme.
just because these idiots are stupid enough
Ey, guck mal, sein Ding ist mehr
to
animiert.
cheat doesn't mean they're all
Sein
smart enough to
Logo
get
ist mehr
away with
animiert.
it. From Call of Duty to Guitar Hero and even chess.
Nein, wie
Yep,
was?
Online chess. It's time to take a look at
Es wurde sogar ein Schach Jetzt werde ich aber sauer. Schach ist mein Lieblingsspiel. Das habe ich als Kind ganz schön oft gespielt. Du weißt gerade nicht, wie sauer ich gerade bin, gell? Das zu hören. Dass man bei Schach auch noch schieben.
even more gamers who've been accused, caught, or admitted to cheating. Quid.
Quid. Ja, ich wollte gerade sagen, es kann nur Fortnite sein. Lia, ich bin schlau, guck mal, ich bin wie schlau ich bin.
Since Epic Games' Battle Royale saga Fortnite was released in 2017, it's attracted adults and kids alike, one of which was Quid. In 2019, at just 13 years old, this kid won his first competitive earnings from Fortnite's World Cup solo tournament and quickly became a big name in the community. He went on to win multiple competitions and titles that same year, but suddenly, it all came crashing down. In May 2020, Quid was streaming in another tournament when, all of a sudden, this happened.
What? Who logged in? Who logged into my account? Wait, what?
Das waren gerade Bits, die man bei Twitch bekommen kann.
I just got logged out of my account! Hold on. I think my brother,
Nope, his brother hadn't done anything. Quid had been kicked from the tournament and banned from Fortnite. He immediately appealed this, but Epic Games had gone radio silent. 4 days later, another streamer by the name of Serpent provided some damning insight on Twitter for the whole world to see. He'd been talking to a cheat software creator who claimed that a player in the 2019 Solo Cup had used their hacks without detection, the same one Quid had been in. Then they provided Serpent with a list of all the specific applications needed to run this
Aim Assist. An alle, die es nicht wissen, Aim Assist hat normalerweise nur ein Controller. Zum Beispiel die Xbox oder die PlayStation haben eher einen Aim Assist, aber nur sehr, sehr wenig. Wenn du es aber für einen PC holst, ist das der Cheat des Jahres, weil gefühlt dann wie Aimbot. Du kannst bam, bam, bam schießen, triffst immer.
Aim Assist.
Weil Aim Assist für PC ist stärker programmiert als bei einer Konsole.
For those who don't know, aim assist is a feature
Pass auf, hör genau zu.
that makes it easier to target other players by helping guide their crosshairs toward opponents automatically. It's enabled for players using
User Controller
to give them the same degree of accuracy as people playing on a mouse and keyboard. The most damning part of Serpent's expose, though, was a screenshot from Quid's stream dated May 2020, revealing that he had all of these applications visible on his desktop. But, as I'm sure you noticed, Quid was already using a mouse and keyboard setup, so it seems he was abusing this feature to artificially give him better aim. Quid responded, admitting he had, in fact, tried to cheat back in 2019, but it hadn't worked, and despite a factory reset of his PC, it was still there. The only problem with his story is that the cheat application download for his desktop has a date on it, April 2020. That was a month before his tournament, not in 2019 as he claimed. Quid never fully addressed this, and after trying to play the game through alt accounts and being repeatedly banned, he left the community. I don't know all.
Cheater bleibt Cheater.
Mhm.
Und daran wird sich aber auch nichts ändern. Oder?
Mhm.
All the lingo, but would you call this a rage Quid?
Digga, wie süß, guck mal, Digga, guck mal, wie süß das Logo da kommt und lacht.
But would you call this a rage Quid?
Sieht schon süß aus, gell? Der hat das Logo sich gut ausdenken lassen, gell? Hat das Maskottchen eher gesagt. Der großartigste Admin der Welt.
Admin on Earth.
Ne, auf der Erde.
Anyone who's played an
Was ist das? Kennst du das Spiel? Unten steht's World of Warcraft.
online multiplayer game will probably know
Da
what
unten
a
links.
game
Da
admin
steht
is.
unten links.
These
World
are
of Warcraft on
users
4.
that have more power and responsibilities than the average player, which they use to maintain order on the server and to ban players trying to abuse the system. But none quite measure up to Rust's admin, Kamomo. In this multiplayer survival game, Kamomo often notices cheaters hacking the game, which he confirms by checking their account history. But instead of banning them immediately, he likes to mess with them beforehand, like with this guy, who he found hacking resources.
We have ourselves a stinky.
Warum ist er nackt?
Now, I'm going to give this guy a command so that whenever he farms anything, a bear will spawn with landmines planted on the bear's face.
Kamomo then nudges the cheater into a trap he's set by destroying everything he's built through his cheats, forcing him to actually farm the game for more resources.
So I just deleted his entities.
And finally, the landmine bear is summoned.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hat er verdient.
No. What you get for cheating in Rust, buddy?
What a dead set legend.
Wie das Logo, guck mal, wie das Maskottchen abgeht.
Good on you, Kamomo.
Woo!
Well, if you ever thought about cheating in Rust, I'd rethink that strategy. Unless you want to be humiliated by this incredible admin. Basically retired. Being a small streamer trying to break into the big leagues can be tough, but it's even tougher when you're tragically unfunny, as Warzone streamer Basically Retired was.
Ellie, why are you trying to be a girl?
Streaming
Hat er eingestellt, dass das Logo manchmal reinkommt, oder ist es einfach von ihm her eingestellt? Ich glaube, das ist von ihm reingestellt, dass es immer so immer in den Bildschirm reingeht, in irgendeine Pose macht. Lacht, sich denkt, oh mein Gott, oder confused ist, oder irgendwas anderes. Schon krass, gell?
Mhm.
Ja, das ist cool.
Predominantly on Facebook, this gamer enjoyed offensively mocking other players to a handful of watchers at best. But he played well.
Das sind einfach meine Videos.
And was able to compete in multiple small-time tournaments. However, in March 2022, Basically Retired took part in a $1,000 Warzone tournament when onlookers
Da guck, jetzt ist er schon wieder da.
began
Hier.
questioning some of his gameplay. Footage from other competitors emerged who were spectating Basically Retired from a brand new account he'd created called a shadow band. His aim suspiciously snapped onto targets, and he seemed to have an almost psychic knowledge of his opponent's locations. A look back into some of his earlier streams then revealed that he'd briefly broadcasted his desktop setup to the world. And on a closer look, people spotted an application he definitely shouldn't have had. That is Cheat Engine, and as its name suggests, it's mostly used to cheat in computer games, often by evading anti-cheat technologies. It's not a step too far to assume that Basically Retired was using the Cheat Engine.
Was hat denn der alles für Emotionen für das Maskottchen, für seine Figur? Digga, oh, hier, guck mal hier. Es gibt noch Part 4 und 5. Hier in der Videobeschreibung. Und genau diese Parts, Leute, werden wir euch auch in der Videobeschreibung reinschmeißen, damit ihr euch selber das anschauen könnt und diesem lieben BMAs so richtig schön reinschreiben könnt, dass ihr genauso Cheater hasst wie alle anderen auch.
To avoid Warzone's anti-cheat software from detecting any aimbot and ESP hacks he might have been using. Either way, it's not a good look.
Wie geil, dass er so ausrastet.
The small fry
Oh,
has
nicht
gone
da,
on
bin noch
a
nicht da.
deleting spree, removing most of his videos from the weeks leading up to the tournament. Yeah, that doesn't look shady at all. Well, with all that said, maybe this guy should consider changing his name from Basically Retired to Basically Can't Play Warzone.
Basically, we can't play Warzone.
Shmooey. Guitar Hero is one of the world's most popular music rhythm games, which sees the player take up a guitar-shaped controller.
Kennst du das?
Ja.
And hit buttons along the fret in time with the beats on screen. Since it was first released in 2005, it gained a huge audience of incredibly
Wenn du es kannst und so schnell reagieren kannst.
Skills to
Guck mal.
surreal extremes.
Yeah.
At the hardest difficulty, they're able to play songs at 2 or 3 times the original speed. Yeah, this footage isn't sped up. Carney Jared here's genuinely doing this in real time. What a boss. But no one was as impressive as Shmooey. Widely considered the best Guitar Hero player in the world, Shmooey held multiple world firsts for completing some of the hardest songs at the highest speeds. Then, in December 2021, he uploaded something that stunned the community. He'd played through the song 9 Patterns of Eternal Pain without missing a note. A feat no one had ever managed before. You can probably see why. At first, the community celebrated yet another Shmooey success, but then someone noticed that, despite the speed, some of Shmooey's finger patterns were wrong. There was no way he could be hitting the right buttons with his hands positioned as they were. Not only that, but right at the end of the upload, a Windows Media Player overlay appeared at the bottom of the screen. So this wasn't a live recording of unedited footage, but a screen recording of potentially rigged footage. Stunned, the community looked closer and started noticing multiple inconsistencies. It appeared that Shmooey had spliced the video of him scoring perfectly on a slower version of the song, which he'd accessed through a cheat engine. Then
guck mal auf seinen Multiplikator.
Er hat es einfach.
Er hat sich einen Cheat für einen höheren Multiplikator geholt. Normalerweise fängst du ja, glaube ich, mit 1 an oder so.
Ja.
In other words, the video was fake. The community confronted Shmooey, and initially he denied all accusations. But when even more members came forward with issues they'd found on his other videos, he crumbled and admitted at least 4 of them had been faked like this. But the community didn't stop there. They started combing through every last one of Shmooey's videos, comparing them side by side with their own plays. In most instances, Shmooey's games were running ever so slightly slow in comparison. When he'd sped the footage back up, it wasn't quite to the same speed as the faster songs, leading to this ever so slight discrepancy. After further analysis, the community realized almost all of his videos had been faked in this way. More than 100 videos in total and multiple world firsts. On January 14th, 2021, Shmooey removed all the videos on his channel and posted an apology, admitting he had, in fact, cheated on the majority of his uploads.
Yes, most of the stuff I did was unauthentic, and my fault for being a fraud.
To his credit, he offered a refund to anyone who'd supported him financially, through which he'd accrued thousands of dollars. But as far as apologies go,
Jetzt noch 18 Minuten, danach haben wir noch 2 Teile, das weißt du.
authentic and
Ja, aber ich
dignified,
kann nicht
and the
mehr.
community reacted pretty positively
Okay, ich kann auch das mit dem Brookhaven erhöhen, aber...
to the entire confession. Hey, FaZe Jarvis, maybe you should take note. If
Ich
you
hab
don't
ne
get
Idee. Das wirst du so, ich werde das so bereuen, das jetzt zu sagen.
Hm.
Wenn wir jetzt diese Dinge machen, werde ich Brookhaven 2 Stunden lang auch streamen. Ja, streamen werde ich es dann.
Ja, sicher. Also wir können das gerne mal komplett durchgucken in einem Stream auch.
Nein, ich werde Brookhaven 2 Stunden im Stream spielen.
Oh, ja, da gucke ich dann auf jeden Fall zu. Also bin dann auch im Stream, ne? Wir müssen jetzt weitermachen, weil ich habe meiner Mutter gesagt, dass ich so in 20 Minuten unten bin.
Wie lange brauchst du beim Essen?
Halbe Stunde. Kommt drauf an, was wir essen.
Kannst du dich nach oben nehmen?
Eher weniger. Meine Mama mag das nicht. So, jetzt.
With that
Hallo.
joke, be sure to check out part 1 of this series. XXIF and Ronaldo. Getting caught cheating as an unknown player online
Einfach schon wieder Fortnite.
usually only results in a ban. But being caught cheating in the big leagues has way
Es ist ja wirklich Fortnite. Guck mal, das sieht man sogar an den Wänden.
more repercussions. As Fortnite players
Okay.
XXIF
Es ist der World Cup wieder. Es ist schon wieder der World Cup.
and Ronaldo
Oh, XXIF hatten wir doch schon.
found out back in
Kann
2019.
gut möglich
Following a
sein.
World Cup qualifier open match in which XXIF placed second and took home $4,000, footage of XXIF and several other competitors, including Ronaldo, acting real strange emerged. At least 3 semi-professional players all chose to land within shooting range of XXIF. But instead of going for a very obvious nearby gun to attack him, they busied themselves with other things and were all quickly knocked out by XXIF. This, my friends, is known as feeding, where opponents collude with one another to give one of them the points for knocking out more people. Epic Games reviewed this footage and found XXIF and co. were 100% guilty of collusion. All the players involved, including Ronaldo, were handed 14-day competitive bans for colluding across several matches and were ineligible to receive prizes. Later that season, though, the 2 cheating players unbelievably secured their spots in the duo qualifiers, coming in 3rd and bagging $6,500 of prize money. Several high-ranking players argued that their punishment should have been more severe and that they didn't deserve a place in the $30 million prize pool tournament. But Epic Games didn't reverse their decision, which turned out to be a good thing, because when they eventually did appear on the big screen at the live finals in front of thousands of angry Fortnite fans, they got to hear exactly
Holy.
how the community felt about them.
Das war im Stadion?
That's a lot of booing. And then finally, when both XXIF and Ronaldo were knocked out of the running, the cheers were deafening.
Oh, and Zip is out of here.
Nothing like a stadium full of people
Wie das mal trotzdem aufreut.
celebrating your
Wow.
failure to bring home just how much you f***ed up. Nikhil Kamath. Cheating in a game is low. Cheating in a charity game is even lower. But cheating in a charity game when you're a literal billionaire is unfathomable. And yet, that's the depth Nikhil Kamath sunk to back in 2021. He was part of the celebrity edition of Checkmate COVID, a charity online chess tournament involving 5-time world chess champion Vishy Anand. Vishy was playing simultaneous matches against 5 players during the live stream to raise money for charity. and Nikhil, a self-proclaimed chess champion, was one of them. However, Nikhil embarrassingly blundered his opening move.
Oh, this is what happened. Samay, knight f3, e5. So it was on move 1. On move 1 is when it all went down. And knight e5, and this is not a gambit. This is, do not try this at home.
But that was the last mistake Nikhil made. Less than 10 minutes later, Nikhil had somehow turned the tables and was playing like a total pro.
These guys are playing so well. Even like Nikhil, Sajid is playing fantastic chess.
A few moves later, and viewers were shocked when Nikhil seemingly crushed Vishy into resignation.
Wow, and Vishy, what a gentleman! Did you see what he did? He would have flagged. He would have flagged Nikhil in this position. Vishy OP in the chat.
But while Nikhil was smug, Vishy appeared stoic. After concluding all the matches and chatting to the players afterward, he diplomatically said this.
Hang on, guys. Today was not the chess of people who just know how the pieces move.
This got the chess community thinking. How was it possible for someone who made such a terrible first move to make a mockery out of an actual champion? The accusations started flooding in, and Nikhil conceded, admitting on Twitter the next day that he had actually cheated during the match by using a chess engine to help him plan his moves. At first, he half-heartedly acknowledged and apologized for the ruse, saying he thought it was just a silly game to raise money for charity. That's when Vishy decided to make his big move, by quote-tweeting this lame excuse and adding, "It was a fun experience upholding the ethics of the game. I just played the position on the board and expected the same from everyone." What an incredible counter. Nikhil later sincerely apologized for his behavior, and the online platform chess.com banned his account. Checkmate. Aiden. If you play Call of Duty Warzone, then you probably know Aiden. With 2.8 million followers on Twitch to date, this guy's one of the highest paid professional Warzone players around. And he's good. I mean, really good. So good, plenty of people have accused him of using cheats. To their credit, Aiden has been banned from Fortnite for bending the rules by using multiple accounts to get around lobby wait times, a tactic called smurfing that Epic Games really doesn't like. Despite this, he trolls the hacking accusations by ironically and repeatedly calling himself a hacker to wind up the accusers even more. But there are some parts of his gameplay that look suspicious. Like here, when after he died and checked his map, every player's location suddenly popped up on it.
Holy wow. Wait, I just had a bug where I could see everyone on the map.
Seemed like a sus excuse, but while some said that this proved he was a hacker, it genuinely did turn out to be a glitch experienced by multiple people. So this was all perfectly explainable. But then, on March 16th, 2021, he posted on Twitter that he'd been banned from Warzone mid-tournament. This coincided with a fresh announcement that Warzone had just released an anti-cheat update that had triggered a wave of thousands of bans. Had Aiden actually been hacking and then been caught up in this? Well, a few days later, he released a video addressing the ban, and then this happened.
I just don't really know what to do right now with myself, and I feel like I let everyone down. And I don't really know how I can make it up to you guys. I think I'm just gonna take some time away from YouTube and streaming and just try to focus on myself. And I want to tell you guys, man, imagine I was hacking. You guys were some of you were so happy. Oh, I know. They were like, I knew it. I'm just messing with you guys, man. I would never cheat. I would never cheat, baby. Come on, bro.
It was all a setup. He pretended to get banned to keep all eyes on him, all to make a big announcement that he'd be joining a new esports organization. Well, I'm sure this only rattled his haters even further. You cannot deny that was a top-tier play. Natasha. Now, it's not just guys who get called out for cheating in Warzone. Australian player and streamer Natasha's stats put her in the top 0.1% of winning players.
Sarah, bei dir, gell?
Ja.
Ja.
In Warzone. She used to be a competitive CSGO player and later transitioned over to streaming Warzone. But for all her accomplishments explaining why she's so good, she's accused of cheating regularly. And from some of her footage like this, it's not hard to see why. Yeah, turning 180 degrees and locking straight onto a target without your aim shifting at all looks kinda sus. And here, where her aim snaps suddenly from one target to another with pinpoint precision, doesn't seem like
Jo, Alter. Bam, zack, bam, lol. Das war gerade komisch, wie sie gerade schnell geschaut hat. Bam, bam.
Now, this could just be a combination of very
Schießt die nieder
good reflexes,
und so
super
fort.
sensitive controls, and god-tier eyesight, or it could be an aimbot in action. At this point, it's hard to say, but what do you think? Let me know down in the comments.
Caveira Games.
Back in June 2019, a Brazilian gamer and YouTube live streamer known as Caveira Games uploaded a speedrun of the 1999 digitized trading card game Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Speedrunning is where players attempt to complete a game in the fastest time possible. And Caveira's submission of 3 hours, 10 minutes, and 38 seconds would have placed him third on the speedrun leaderboard. But Caveira claimed this was his first time speedrunning the game. Was this some insane beginner's luck? Nope, not even slightly. You see, each card a player wins after a duel in this game has a card ID attached to it. The better cards you get, the better chances you have of winning and progressing quickly through the game. But in Caveira's footage, the card IDs on the cards he was getting didn't match. For example, after one duel, he pulled the card Beast Fangs with a card ID of 129. But 129 actually belongs to the card Numerico. It happened more obviously on the card Dragon Treasure, which had multiple numbers overlaid on the ID itself. Caveira had decided to try and dupe the wrong community of nerds. To undeniably prove Caveira had faked the run, they created a spreadsheet of the cards he should have pulled according to the times and decisions made in each duel. The game generates random card draws through these actions, so it was easy to map out what cards he should have gotten based on this information. But the cards Caveira was winning stopped lining up with this table after his first duel, so the entire run had to have been faked using game manipulation software. The run was rejected, and Caveira was raked over the coals online. But Caveira wasn't done there. The moron decided to submit another speedrun to the leaderboards, but this was a whole 5 minutes faster than the last, and all the card IDs matched up. This should have landed him in second place, but the idiot didn't seem to realize the caliber of the nerds he was messing with. They knew exactly which cards he should have been getting after every single duel, and none of them matched up. And then he accidentally hammered the final nail into his own coffin by showing his audience his game files. This catastrophically moronic move revealed he'd downloaded not one, but 2 cheating software applications, GameShark and Codebreaker, days before his first run. Since then, he's deleted his channel, and while he still posts to a few much smaller channels, he's stopped trying to dupe the speedrunning community. Seems like the only thing this idiot actually played was himself. Hacking Fredward. The only thing worse than cheating in an online game like Warzone is openly cheating live on stream, something aptly named Hacking Fredward does regularly. Streaming Warzone on Facebook, this small fry happily admits to using cheat software like Engine Owning, giving him access to
Sind wir wieder bei Engine Owning, gell?
hacks while ruining the game for other players.
Ja, ruiniert das Spiel für andere Spieler.
In January, Warzone updated its anti-cheat software, and the world got to see how bad Fredward really was when he couldn't hide behind his cowardly hacks.
It might just be the gun. Look, there's no way, bro. How does it take that many bullets to kill somebody?
I'll tell you how, bud. The Ricochet anti-cheat update included a precaution called Damage Shield. It flags players with impossibly high accuracy, like those using aimbots, to get automatic headshots. Then, the majority of the cheaters' bullets aren't registered by the servers, or they deliver reduced damage. So it looks like they bounce right off their targets. This means it takes cheaters significantly more effort to get a kill than usual, and Fredward wasn't happy about it.
Look at that, bro. How?
But that wasn't all. Fredward's aimbot then broke entirely, and he was left unable to aim at anything at all, turning him into a sitting duck.
The aimbot just fucking broke again, man.
Maybe he should learn how to actually play the game instead. Well, it didn't take long for him to admit defeat, quitting the game to go whine to his cheat software company. Hang on, Warzone is rated as only suitable for players who are 18 and over, right? In which case it looks like I'm gonna need to go and report this baby. Rush 360. As streaming is becoming increasingly popular, it's also getting much harder to stand out, which is mainly why people resort to using hidden cheats on their streams to trick people into thinking that they're just that good. However, streamer Rush 360 decided to take a different approach. Sick of the number of cheaters ruining Warzone, he uploaded a video to YouTube literally called, "If you can't beat 'em, join 'em," and he went all out on the hacks. Aim lock helped him hit targets, wall hacks showed his opponents through walls, he had no shame. YouTuber and Warzone player Bad Boy Beeman called out this atrocious behavior, and Rush 360 quickly deleted the video soon after. But he wasn't done there. Still desperate to break into the streaming sphere, Rush 360 took to TikTok and demonstrated how cheat software like engine owning worked for, he claims, educational purposes only.
TikTok, this is for educational purposes only, okay? So don't take this off! I'm trying to show something. What's the difference between silent aim and not silent aim? So if I go to here and I click, obviously
Silent aim is wie aim assist.
silent aim on. I'm gonna show you the difference between silent aim
Yeah.
and regular aimbot.
Yeah.
Silent aim is wie aim assist.
Claimed he wanted more players to be aware of what different hacks look like.
Nur, dass mit Silent aim noch leiser schießt oder leiser bist.
The problem was that he was doing this in a live game, potentially messing with someone else's stats just to prove a point. While it may have been made with good intentions, it was still cheating, and Activision brought down the ban hammer live on his stream.
It literally.
Tschüss.
I just got banned too.
Well, that definitely got him the views he was after, but Activision wasn't done there.
I've been cheating for a little bit. It's been fun. I've been posting TikToks and all that stuff, but every one of my accounts are banned. Every single one, without even me playing it.
This is a hardware ban, which means Rush 360 would need to get a brand new PC if he ever wanted to play Call of Duty again. Hope it was worth it. FaZe Calais. Whenever I do a video about scammers or cheaters, at least one member of the pro esports team FaZe Clan seems to make an appearance. But while her clan may be notorious, FaZe Calais is in a league of her own. She joined the clan in June 2021, and the sheer skills she has in Call of Duty Warzone has made her a formidable online opponent. But just a few days after she signed, she came under fire for a video of her gameplay she had posted on TikTok.
Again, they're, I don't know, maybe because I was on top, like
Yeah,
they didn't like
he's
hit me,
literally.
like I didn't die instantly.
No, he's like looking at me behind walls right now.
Did you see it? Well, a YouTuber called Mistachino pointed out that a red box appeared through the wall in the background. If you watched part 1 and 2 of this series, you'll know that red boxes usually indicate that a player is using a wall hack, a cheat allowing them to spot opponents through walls. The community quickly turned on Calais, reporting her for cheating, which got her banned from TikTok. But this wasn't the gotcha move they thought it was.
I can see the red box. It disappears, but look at that. I can still see the red box.
In a later stream, Calais happily explained that she was marking enemy loadout boxes for her teammates using the spotter perk. When marked by the spotter, the box's outline changes from red to orange, to show it's marked for the rest of the team and is visible to spotters through the walls.
Can you see? I can see it.
The reason it turns orange is because you marked it.
I know, yeah. I marked it for my team.
Gotta clarify for the.
Gotta clarify it for TikTok.
She definitely taught these trolls a lesson and proved exactly why she's one of the top-ranked players. And this player knows her stuff. Maybe there's hope for the FaZe clan after all. And just to add a cherry on top of this cake, accusers like Mistachino had to scramble to make apology videos for their own ignorance of the mechanics of the game. Well, just goes to show that when you aim for high-ranking players, you better not miss. Which of these did you think was the worst?
Also was machen wir jetzt? Machen wir noch den Part 4 und 5 oder machen wir den nicht?
Wir machen daraus ein Part 2, indem wir 4 und 5 gucken, weil ich muss jetzt wirklich runter. Ich habe auch Hunger. Also, ja, beenden wir es jetzt hier.
Ja, Leute, das war's mit diesem Video. Ich hoffe, es euch gefallen. Mir gebt einen Daumen nach oben, abonniert gern und damit würde ich sagen, bis zum Part 2, wo wir dann den 4. und 5. Teil schauen und wahrscheinlich noch andere Cheater-Videos. Bis zum nächsten Mal, was auch immer ich mache und
Ciao,
damit,
Leute.
Ciao, Leute.